Yearly awards given out. Host families recognized here tonight as the regular season comes to a close. One more game left on the schedule, but tonight, the Scallywags and the Steamers face off at historic Hicks Field. Hello, everyone. I'm Jacob Smedley. Glad to be with you tonight. The matchup between the Edenton Steamers and the Outer Banks Scallywags. As mentioned, the final matchup between these two teams in the regular season. The Steamers coming in with a record of 26-11. The Outer Banks Scallywags 15-13-1. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games, including a handful of extra inning losses against the Tarboro River Bandits. The Steamers coming off of a big victory in the last matchup between these two teams on Wednesday, a 12-11 victory, a come-from-behind win in which the Steamers trailed 7-0 and 9-3 in those ball games. Starting pitchers for tonight as the managers meet out at home plate with the umpires for tonight. The pitching matchup, Zane Loveday on the mound for the Steamers and Zachary Odom on the hill for the Outer Banks Scallywags. And the second and last game in the regular season, the playoffs are coming up and the Steamers are in the 2023 PCL playoffs. You can get your tickets online at showpass.com/Edenton Steamers. First home playoff game will be on Tuesday, right now against the Greenbrier Knights. Head coaches meeting with tonight's umpires. The umpires for tonight's ball game over at third base is Eric Byram. Behind the plate is Mark Hotalin. And over at first base is Randy Jones. Head coach Justin Hill and Zach Alexander talking with the umpires, going over the ground rules. Let's see the starting lineups for both sides. Tonight, leading off for the Outer Banks Scallywags, the left fielder number 22, Hayden Freeze. Batting second, the center fielder number 12, Cole Mascolo. Batting third, the right fielder number 13, Josh Folks. Batting fourth, the first baseman number 10, Max Puckett. Batting fifth, the shortstop number 18, John Simmons. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 11, Aiden Feather. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 16, James Duncan. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 25, Christian Yu. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Riley Finkelstein. And batting 10th, the catcher, number 4, Alex Gomez. Freeze, Mascolo, Folks, Puckett, Simmons, Feather, Duncan, Yu, Finkelstein, and Gomez. For the home Steamers, leading off the shortstop number 3, Luke Myers. Batting second, the left fielder number 23, Jackson Ellison. Batting third, the first baseman number 29, Gabe Kirk. Batting fourth, the designated hitter number 21, Chris Morris. Batting fifth, the extra hitter number 20, Tate Abbott. Batting sixth, the second baseman number 1, Ben Bausis. Batting seventh, the catcher number 5, Giomar Santana. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 7, Ty Garza. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 10, Nate Paulson. And batting 10th, the center fielder, number 16, Drifton Paget. Myers, Ellison, Kirk, Morris. Abbott, Bausis, Santana, Garza, Paulson, and Paget with left-hander Zane Loveday on the mound. The Steamers coming to a close of their regular season, 26 wins, 11 losses. Team finished the season last season 27-11 en route to the 2022 PCL Championship. The Steamers are heating up at the right time with a pair of victories over divisional opponents, a win over the Tarboro River Bandits on Tuesday night, and a win over the Scallywags, as mentioned, on Wednesday. Another matchup here tonight before a TSL matchup against the Greenbrier Knights to wrap up the season. The players coming out to the field, getting set for action here tonight between the Scallywags and the Steamers. The Scallywags going back to that loss for them last night, 6-3, another extra inning loss, 6-3, looking to bounce back here to wrap up the season with matchups against the Steamers tonight, and the Scallywags will face off against the Tarboro River Bandits tomorrow night to finish off the regular season. Players coming out to the field as we're going to turn it over to Tommy to take us into the playing of our national anthem.
National Anthem is brought to you by the Daily Advance. They've proudly served Northeast North Carolina for over 100 years. To catch up on all your local news, including stickers, scores, and highlights, read the latest issue of the Daily Advance or visit dailyadvance.com. This time we ask if you would please stand, gentlemen, kindly remove your hats for the singing of our anthem, tonight being performed by Michaela Judd.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Steamers Scallywags coming up after a quick break. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There were plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Ferro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Ferro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Steamers starter Zane Loveday finishing up his warm-up tosses. Let's see who the Scallywags are trotting out tonight, leading off the left fielder Hayden Freeze. Cole Mascolo batting second, the center fielder number 12. Batting third, the right fielder number 13, Josh Folks, who had 4 hits in the last matchup between the two teams on Wednesday. Batting fourth, the first baseman number 10, Max Puckett. Batting fifth, the shortstop number 18, John Simmons. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 11, Aiden Feather. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 16, James Duncan. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 25, Christian Yu. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Riley Finkelstein. And batting 10th, the catcher, number 4, Alex Gomez. And all against left-hander Zane Loveday in his 10th game of the season. 6 starts, 26 and a third innings pitched, 1 and 3 with a 5.46 earned run average in all of his games so far. His first against the Outer Banks Scallywags against the lefty Hayden Freeze, and the first pitch from Loveday is on the inside corner. It's 0-1, and we're underway here from historic Hicks Field tonight. Zane Loveday featuring a fastball breaking pitch out on the mound. One of our players to watch tonight. Went 5 innings his last outing against Tarboro as the 0-1, a breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-2. When 5 innings, allowed 8 earned runs in the Steamers' 14-1 loss against Tarboro last Thursday. And last start before the postseason as the 0-1 is low and in. It's 1-2. Hayden Freeze up at the dish. his 30th game, 96 at-bats, a 312 average, 469 OBP, 531 slugging, 3 home runs. As the 1-2 is outside 2-2, 30 hits, 8 doubles, 28 RBIs, 22 runs. Been the spark plug all season for the Scallywags offensively. And he goes, no offense has a good night. The 2-2 pitch is a fastball low, and the count goes from 0-2 to 3-2. Zane Loveday, 16 earned runs allowed, 34 walks on the season, 26 hits, 17 strikeouts. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Loveday, fastball swung on, chopped foul, remains 3-2. Steamers, after the off day yesterday, back in action for the final 2 games of the season. Teams matched up, as mentioned, Wednesday. Clams coming behind from down 7-0 in the first 3 innings to win it 12-11. The 3-2 inside, ball 4, and a leadoff walk to Hayden Freeze, and the Scallywags have a base runner in the top of the first. Fastball inside, missed from Loveday, and now a runner on first for the center fielder, Cole Mascolo. Cole Mascolo in his 30th game, 110 at-bats, 264 average. And the first pitch is inside, it's 1-0. Cole Mascolo has done damage against the Steamers so far. Has 4 hits his last 2 games against Edenton. The 1-0, another fastball, another one drifts high, and it's 2-0. That fastball command for the 6'6", 220 lefty out on the hill is the biggest really caveat to his outings. When he commands the zone, go deep into games and give the Steamers some length. As the 2-0 pitch swung on, grounded softly on the infield. Bausis gloves it, goes to second for 1, and will be recorded. The out will be recorded. The transfer in and out of the glove of Myers. 1 out at second base, and Mascolo replaces Freeze. Umpires for tonight's ball game. Behind the plate is Mark Hotalin. Over at third base, making the call on that play, Eric Byram. And over at first base is Randy Jones. Fielder's choice brings up Josh Folks to the plate. It's really heated up the outfielder from Campbell. So far this season, Folks' 25th ball game, and the first pitch to him is a fastball outside. 86 at-bats, 279 average, 360 slugging, 24 hits, 4 doubles, 19 singles. And the 1-0 pitch, fastball, low and in, it's 2-0, back-to-back batters. With 2 balls, at least 2 balls, 3 straight, with at least 2 balls to start the at-bat. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch to Folks. Fastball way outside Santana. The bat pick to first is not in time. Defensively for the Clams tonight, behind the plate is Giomar Santana. Over at first base is Gabe Kirk. At second base is Ben Bausis. At shortstop, Luke Myers. Third base is Ty Garza. In left field is Jackson Ellison. Center field is Drifton Paget. And in right field is Nate Paulson. 3 balls and no strikes to Folks, and the pitch, fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1. Performance for the starters, key for the Steamers against the Scallywags. Hank Downham going only 3 innings, allowed 7 runs in Wednesday's matchup. The 3-1 pitch on the inside corner, called strike 2. Folks tossed the bat, was about a quarter way up the line, and he'll have to go and retrieve it. That's a spot where Loveday can work inside to righties low and in on the inside corner, especially to someone like Folks. Stands 6'5" at the plate as well. There's great extension on outside pitches. The 3-2 pitch, fastball, chopped foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Steamers with the win on Wednesday over the Scallywags, officially clinching the number 1 seed in the PCL playoffs, set to start next week. As of now, we'll host the Greenbrier Knights, and the 3-2 pitch on the inside corner, called strike 3. Loveday battles back to retire Folks, and out number 2, the first strikeout for the 6'6" lefty, and now Max Puckett to the plate. Perfect spot on the inside half, and now Max Puckett up. Excellent fastball placement in that at-bat for Loveday, and the first pitch to Puckett. Another excellent fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1 to the first baseman, set to attend Mercer University in the fall. 29th ball game. And the 0-1 going off of first is Mascolo. The throw to second base is not in time. A swing and a miss from Puckett. It's 0-2 and a stolen base for Cole Mascolo. For Mascolo, his 11th stolen bag of the season. He's the only Scallywag with double-digit stolen bags. And a runner in scoring position with Max Puckett, who's behind in the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch from Loveday. Breaking ball, fouled off to the left. It remains 0-2. Breaking pitch there from Loveday. Mixes that in occasionally, but starts with that fastball. An excellent command there to Folks. Missed a handful of times with freeze. Cole Mascolo out at second, reaching on a fielder's choice. And the 0-2 to Puckett. Low and outside. Excellent block behind the plate by Giomar Santana. Santana in tonight for Tyler Overitis. Not with the team due to prior engagements. Giomar Santana, catcher, outfielder. Extremely versatile. He's been the extra hitter as well for the Steamers this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch from Loveday. Foul off of his foot. It remains 1-2. Another fastball riding inside to the lefty Puckett. Max Puckett. 2-run walk-off home run this year for the Scallywags against the River Bandits. Hit a home run here a few weeks ago. Gonna tighten up the leg guard. 1 more, 2 strikes. Here in the top half of the first inning. Steamers Scallywags for the 10th time this season. The 10th and final matchup between the two ball clubs of the regular season. The 1-2 pitch to Puckett. Low, another breaking ball in the dirt, and it goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Puckett. Max Puckett from Roswell, Georgia, the 6'4", 214 infielder. The DH some this year as well. The 2-2 pitch, low in the dirt, and it now goes to 3-0. Finishing too far out for Loveday, spiking now 3 pitches in the dirt in this at-bat. And now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mascolo out at second. And the full count pitch to Puckett. Swung on, popped up foul and out of play, and the at-bat continues. Max Puckett, one of those players on Outer Banks that has really found his groove in the second half of the season. Batting average hovering under 200. A lot of games in the first half, but really has come on now over 210 as the 3-2 is high, ball 4. A 2-out walk, the second walk of the inning for Loveday, and now 2 on with 2 outs for the shortstop, number 18, John Simmons. Another fastball that drifted high. And now Simmons with an RBI opportunity. One of our players to watch tonight. 214 average for the shortstop. 6 hits in his last 5 games. Swings at the first pitch. First base side. Kirk over. Gives it a look. And it gets out of play. And it's 0-1. Simmons, one of the versatile infielders for the Scallywags this season. He's played third. He's played second. He's playing short tonight for the injured Alex Ulloa. Mentioned 6 hits in his last 5 games as the 0-1 is high. Another fastball high in the zone. It's 1-1. 3 against Tarboro. 3 hits in his last ball game. The 6-3 extra inning loss against the River Bandits. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball at the top of the zone. It's 1-2. That's the spot for Loveday. Working on the corners and at the top of the zone, and it's now 1-2 to Simmons. 2 on, 2 out, top of the first inning, and 1 balls and 2 strikes to Simmons. And the pitch from Loveday, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. Another strikeout for Loveday. He strands 2 walks, a fielder's choice, and 2 strikeouts, and no runs across. We go to the bottom of the first. The Scallywags and the Steamers tied up at 0. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have one fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Bottom half of the first inning. Steamers coming up against left-hander Zachary Odom. Odom finishing up his warm-up tosses. Let's see who the Steamers are lining it up tonight. Leading off the shortstop, number 3, Luke Myers. Batting second, the left fielder, number 23, Jackson Ellison. Batting third, the first baseman, number 23, Gabe Kirk. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 21, Chris Morris. Batting fifth, the extra hitter, number 20, Tate Abbott. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 1, Ben Bausis. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 5, Giomar Santana. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 7, Ty Garza. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 10, Nate Paulson. And batting 10th, the center fielder, number 16, Drifton Paget. And leading off for the Steamers, the shortstop, Luke Myers. 38th game of the season, 29 hits, a .248 average, 2 doubles, and 19 runs batted in. An 0 for 2 in the Steamers' last matchup. And just named before the game, the team MVP of the season. 2023 Giesecke MVP award, and the first pitch is inside for Zachary Odom. Zachary Odom, 3rd game of the season, 2 games pitched. The lefty from Averett University, from Newport, North Carolina. And the 1-0 pitch to Myers is high. It's 2-0. 3 shutout innings against Greenbrier in relief. His first start of the season. He pitched an inning in Wednesday's game between the two teams late in the ball game. And the Steamers took the lead as the 2-0 is in there for a strike. Features a fastball, a breaking pitch out on the hill. Very similar to Loveday on the other side. Starts with that fastball command. They can get away from him. A lot of walks and paths on the base paths as the 2-1 is high to Myers. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. 3 fastballs high out of the zone. And the 3-1 pitch from Odom. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. Excellent breaking pitch there from the lefty. 6'3", 195 out on the hill. And pitch for Averett University in the spring. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Myers. Swung on, grounded on the infield. Over is Simmons, gloves it, throws across the diamond, and it's in time to get Myers. An excellent play from John Simmons, who we talked about in the top of the first. The versatility on the infield. Simmons to his right makes the play and retires the Speedy Myers for out number 1. Defensively for the Scallywags, along with Simmons, behind the plate is Alex Gomez. Over at first base is Max Puckett. Over at second base, Riley Finkelstein. Simmons over at shortstop. Over at third base. And Jackson Ellison up to the plate. The first pitch from Odom is on the outside corner for a strike. Over at third base is Aiden Feather. In left field is Hayden Freeze. In center field is Cole Mascolo. And in right field is Josh Fulks. And the 0-1 pitch to Ellison, swung on, popped in the air to center field. Mascolo barely moving, He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first inning for Odom, and now the first baseman, number 23, Gabe Kirk, to the plate. Gabe Kirk, in his 33rd game of the season, 18 hits, 186 average, 299 slugging percentage, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs. And the first pitch from Odom is a breaking ball that drifts high. It's 1-0. Despite the Steamers' 12 runs, 4 of them credited to Tyler Overitis on a home run and an RBI, double, and 3 walks for Kirk in that ball game, as the 1-0 is in there for a strike. In and out of the glove of Gomez behind the dish. Gabe Kirk back up to the 3rd spot tonight. Davis Halstead has been in that spot in recent games. Not in the lineup tonight due to previous engagements. And the 1-1 is outside. It's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to the first baseman from Olivet College. A split time with Tate Abbott this year at first base. Both in the lineup tonight. The 2-1. Fastball high. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike to Kirk. Captain Kirk for the Steamers, trying to ignite 2-out rally here in the bottom of the first inning. 3 balls and 1 strike from the southpaw Odom, and a fastball high, ball 4. And Kirk walks with 2 outs to bring up Chris Morris to the plate. 2 outs, runner at first for Chris Morris, who's in his 24th ball game, 20 hits, 286 average, which leads the team among players with at least 55 at-bats on the season. 4 home runs, which leads the team, and 18 runs batted in. And the first pitch from Odom is a fastball, misses high and away. It's 1-0. Fastball command started strong against the first 2 batters. Fell behind against Kirk, and behind 1-0 to the power-hitting Morris. On the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball way high, and it's 2-0. Odom, one of the late additions to the Scallywags. Both teams here in the PCL, along with the River Bandits. Players getting ready for the fall season, heading home to their families. As the 2-0 pitch to Morris swung on, fouled off back behind home plate here at historic Hicks Field. 2 balls and 1 strike to Morris. Trenton Sawyer, Zachary Odom, the catcher, Alex Gomez. Late additions, Ryan Kaysen, who the Steamers have seen a handful of times now as well. The 2-1 pitch, fastball outside. Guys, and given the opportunity to play Summer Collegiate League, beauty of the Premier Collegiate League, a lot of these guys getting an opportunity to work on their game, able to carry that over into the college season. 3 balls and 1 strike to Morris, and the pitch from Odom. Fastball low, ball 4, and 2 2-out walks from the lefty. After 2 quick outs, 2 walks, and now Tate Abbott to the plate. The extra hitter in the 5th spot, and now Alex Gomez out to talk with the sophomore lefty from Newport, North Carolina. Tate Abbott coming up for the Steamers. Pair of 2 RBI hits so far this week, looking to add another to the tally. A 2 RBI single, and the Steamers win 8-6 extra inning win over Tarboro on Tuesday. And a 2 RBI single as the Clams were mounting a comeback on Wednesday in the win over Outer Banks. He's up here with 2 on and 2 outs, and the first pitch from Odom is a fastball low. It's 1-0. Tate Abbott, so far this season, 24th game, 16 hits, 211 average with 3 doubles, a home run, and 17 RBIs. And the 1-0 pitch from the lefty is inside. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Tate Abbott, the Camden, South Carolina native. And the 2-0. Fastball outside, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes to Tate Abbott, set to attend St. Andrews College. Played for Catawba Valley under former Steamers head coach Marshall McDonald. 3 balls and no strikes. And the pitch, fastball, low ball 4. And after 2 quick outs, Zachary Odom has walked 3 consecutive clams in the heart of the order. And now the second baseman, number 1, Ben Bausis, standing in. 4 straight out of the zone, all fastballs from Odom. And now Ben Bausis in his 15th game, 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and Gomez back out on the hill to talk with Odom. That fastball command is on a lot Wednesday against these Steamers. Fell behind. Of course, have to imagine the rapport. Gomez, Odom, both joining the Scallywags less than a week ago. Trying to build that rapport as the season coming to a close. Both teams set to participate in the playoffs next week. And the first pitch to Bausis is a fastball on the inside corner for a strike as Odom relocates the zone. As both teams now with at least 2 runners on in the first inning. Scallywags didn't get any across in the first. Steamers looking to change that, and the 0-1 is in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Bausis with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 3 walks with 2 outs for Zachary Odom. He's ahead 0-2 to Bausis. And the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded on the infield. Simmons takes it on 2 hops, gloves it, throws to first in time to get Bausis. And the Steamers strand the bases loaded. 3 walks, 3 left on, and no runs across. We go to the top half of the second. The Steamers and the Scallywags tied up at 0. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today.
Hey, my name is Zane Loveday, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Welcome back to historic Hicksfield. Thank you, Zane. Zane back on the hill for the Steamers. You're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the home of the Clams, the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you each and every home game this season. 1 more left in the regular season. Tomorrow night against the Knights. Right here, you can get all your postseason Clams coverage here on the YouTube page. The first pitch to Aiden Feather is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to the third baseman from Chowan University, Aiden Feather. So far this season, 23rd game, and the 0-1 is low. It's 1-1 from Loveday. 23rd game for Feather, 67 at-bats, 284 average, 19 hits, 6 doubles, and a home run. Only home run coming against the Steamers as the 1-1 pitch is swung on, fouled off. It's 1-2. The 11-7 Scallywags win over a week ago against John Horton. Loveday attacking the zone with a fastball. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. To Aiden Feather over at third base. He's played second. Like all of the Scallywags infield is very versatile. All over the diamond, the 1-2, way just a bit outside. Fastball off the end of the glove of Santana to the backstop. It's 2-2. As the PCL standings look right now, the Steamers, the only team above 500, a 14-5 win-loss record against Outer Banks and Tarboro. The 2-2 pitch, another one way outside, and it goes to 3-2 now to Feather. Scallywags 7-11. 7 wins, 11 losses against the Steamers and the River Bandits. And Tarboro 7-12. With the Scallywags and the River Bandits playing tomorrow night. The 3-2 pitch, fastball outside, check swing to first, no swing, and Loveday once again gets ahead 1-2 and walks a Scallywag here to lead off the inning. Third walk of the ball game already for Loveday. Now each pitcher with 3 here in the second, and now James Duncan, the extra hitter up. James Duncan, his 25th game, 74 at-bats, a 203 average with 15 hits. And the first pitch inside, and it hit him. Fastball ran into the lefty Duncan, and now 2 on without a ball in play against Loveday here in the second. Fastball almost in the exact same spot as it was to Feather. Just in the other's batter's box with a lefty in there, and it hits Duncan. And now Christian Yu to the plate at an RBI double on Wednesday in his 9th game. 20 at-bats, a 300 average, 6 hits, 4 singles, 2 doubles. The infielder from Long Island University. And the first pitch from Loveday is back in the zone. A fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty Loveday, Fairmount State University, struggled in 9 appearances with the Falcons. 12.79 ERA as the 0-1 is outside. It's 1-1. Had his bright spots this summer, but as well as struggled with location and runners on base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bounces shaded towards second, guarding the runner, a hole on the right side of the infield. And the 1-1 pitch to you, swung on, fouled off, first base side. Goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Loveday, the 3rd most starts on the Steamers this season. Behind tonight's second baseman, Ben Bausis. Chandler Paget as well. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled off, first base side. It remains 1-2 to Christian Yu from Robbinsville, New Jersey. 5'10", 170. Second baseman. He pitched 6 innings last night against the River Bandits as well. Another 2-way player for the Scallywags. The 1-2, fastball way inside. This bounces, gets away from Santana and goes behind the backstop. Both runners advance, and now 2 runners in scoring position for Outer Banks. As the miscues on the mound continue for Zane Loveday. Now the 3rd wild pitch in the inning. 2 to Feather before the walk. A hit batter to James Duncan, and a wild pitch putting 2 runners in scoring position. And now it's 2-2 to Christian Yu. Kirk and Garza in on the grass, and the 2-2 low in the dirt. It should be 3-2, but you going down to first base. And ball 4. An extra ball given here to you, and the bases are now loaded. 2 walks, a hit batter in the inning, and now the second baseman Riley Finkelstein up. Bases loaded. The Steamers left him loaded in the bottom of the first. Now the Scallywags with no outs here in the second have him loaded. Against Loveday, and the first pitch a big cut and a miss. It's 0-1. Riley Finkelstein. So far this season, 21st game, 51 at-bats, 196 average, with 10 hits, 9 singles, and a double. And the 0-1 pitch for Loveday is a fastball outside. It's 1-1. Started again, as mentioned. The keys really to the game for Loveday. That fastball command. The first inning, dodged some trouble, but here, know if he can escape this with the bases loaded and no outs. The 1-1 to Finkelstein, a fastball in there for a strike. The 3rd batter this inning, where Loveday has gotten ahead 1-2. A walk to Feather, then a walk to Christian Yu to load him up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Loveday looking to walk the tightrope. And the 1-2 pitch to Finkelstein is fouled straight back. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riley Finkelstein set to attend Cedarsville University in the fall. Middle infielder from Clarksville, Maryland, standing 5'8", 175 at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch from Loveday. A fastball low in the dirt, and it now goes to 2-2. Loveday, pitch count continuing to rise. Up to 49 pitches now, with nobody out in the second inning. The bases are full of Scallywags. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch from Loveday. On the outside corner, called strike 3. A beauty of a fastball from the 6'6" lefty, and there's 1 out here in the top of the second. That's where Loveday has had success here in an inning in the third. Fastballs on the edges. Throws up the second baseman, Finkelstein, and now the catcher, number 4, Alex Gomez, stepping up. The catcher from Old Dominion, from Rutherford, New Jersey. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. From Rutherford High School, the freshman 5'8", 165, looking to come up with a big hit with the bases loaded. And the 0-1 pitch from Loveday, a fastball. This one low. It's 1-1. Gomez, third catcher for the Scallywags this season. Noah Smeltzer roster dealing with concussion. Yeah, hopefully he can clear protocols, go through all of the necessary steps to get back to game action. Jackson Thompson heading home due to prior engagements. And the 1-1 pitch way outside. Excellent snap by Santana. It's 2-1. You have to imagine Gomez, little tip of the cap there to Santana, reaching his hand out and snagging that one. Going to the backstop and potentially saving a run, at least for the moment. 2 balls and 1 strike. To the catcher, Alex Gomez. Bases loaded, or not a single hit. The 2-1 is in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Fastball on the inner half. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With Hayden Freeze, who walked his first time, due on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Loveday delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. A Houdini act on the mound so far here for Loveday. 2 walks, a hit batter, and now 2 straight strikeouts, and now 2 outs for Hayden Freeze. A huge blow here to the Outer Banks Scallywags. Bases loaded, nobody out. 2 strikeouts to Finkelstein and Gomez, and now Hayden Freeze up. And the first pitch to him, fastball line, right field. Paulson going back to the warning track, to the wall. He looks up, it's off the wall. 1 run is in. Duncan around third, he will score. Yu was held up at third, and a 2 RBI single by Hayden Freeze with 2 outs. And the Scallywags take an early 2-0 lead. Freeze making Loveday pay for the early inning mistakes. Hayden Freeze was tormented not only the Steamers, but the River Bandits, and every Scallywags opponent this season comes up with a big hit. And now Cole Mascolo up. And the first pitch to Mascolo was a fastball on the inside corner. It's 0-1 for Hayden Freeze. Another pair of RBIs, now 30 on the season for the Western Carolina outfielder. And the 0-1 pitch to Mascolo popped in the air on the infield. Myers coming in from the shortstop spot. He's on the grass, and he makes the catch to end the inning. 2 runs come across on the only hit of the inning by Hayden Freeze. 2 walks, a hit batter, 2 runs across. We go to the bottom half of the second. The Scallywags lead the Steamers 2-0. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advanced tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. You can get your merchandise online at EdentonSteamers.com, as well as the merchandise trailer along the first base line right here at historic Hicks Field. A lot of items, 25% off. Chowan County Cantaloupes gear 2022, Premier Collegiate League Championship gear as well. Come on out. Home game tomorrow night against the Knights, as well as the playoffs coming up next week. Bottom half of the second, Steamers now down 2-0. Zachary Odom back out there with the lead. Giomar Santana, Ty Garza, and Nate Paulson. Santana swings at the first pitch, flies it to right field. Folks on the run, he makes the catch. Josh Folks running in front of Mascolo makes the catch in the right center field gap, and one pitch, one out here in the second. Struck well by the Steamers catcher. One quick out, and now Ty Garza to the plate. Garza, so far this season, 36th game, 30 hits, a .256 average. And the first pitch swung on, fouled off first base side from the third baseman from Barton College. 4 doubles, a home run, 19 RBIs, tied for second on the team in RBIs with 19. No balls and 1 strike for Odom, looking to settle in here in the second, and a fastball high. It's 1-1. Daniel Dietrich starting the last matchup between these two teams. 5-6 innings. Strong outings, though 1-1 is on the inside corner, but the defense for the Scallywags, letting him down in the field. Handful of errors, just miscommunications. On the 1-2 pitch from Garza is a breaking ball high. It's 2-2, and allowing the Steamers to mount their comeback. A lot of extra base runners. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the second. And the pitch to Garza. Fastball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. An excellent rising fastball from Odom. He gets his first strikeout of the game. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. And now the right fielder Nate Paulson due up. Nate Paulson, in his 24th game, 7 hits in 61 at-bats. And a .115 average, and the first pitch to him, a breaking ball, floats in there for a strike. Now, Paulson, 2022 MVP award winner, passing the torch to Luke Myers, the 2023 winner, as though 1 is low. It's 1-1. The award winners tonight, the rest of them, the Pitcher of the Year award, given to Chandler Paget. Golden Glove award given to Driftin Paget. Giomar Santana, the Heart and Soul award winner. The 2-1 is outside. Yearly awards in honor. Long time Steamers representatives showed their efforts on and off the field. The 2-1 is inside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Paulson. 3 balls and 1 strike for the outfielder. Looking to flip a switch here at the end of the season. And the 3-1 from Odom is a breaking ball, low, ball 4, and the 4th walk of the ball game for Odom as another 2-out base runner for the lefty. And now Driftin Paget to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on. Went with the fastball there to Paulson, inside, outside the zone, but could not get the job done. Thank you, all of the nice comments below. Thank you for tuning in to the Steamers and Scallywags matchup. The first pitch to Paget is outside. It's 1-0. As mentioned, Drift and Paget, Golden Glove Award winner, out in center field. Been a stalwart for the Steamers defensively as the 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. 33rd game for Paget, 19 hits, 209 average. Home run, 9 RBIs. The 2023 PCL All-Star as well. And the 1-1 pitch from Odom. Fastball in there for a strike, and it's now 1-2 to Paget. Both lefties working the outside half to righties with the fastball. Not much the right-handed batters can do with that pitch. The 1-2 swung on, popped in the air, right field. Folks drifting over towards the line. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch. One runner stranded on a walk. Odom is through 2 scoreless. We go to the top half of the third. Scallywags lead the Steamers 2-0. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Feral Gas. For easy and reliable service, Feral Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at feralgas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today.
Hi, this is William Stewart, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on Steamers YouTube channel.
Welcome back. Thank you, William Stewart, coming into the ball game here against the Scallywags here in the third inning. A pitching change called to the bullpen, brought to you by Feral Gas. Easy propane service starts here. Feral Gas. Will Stewart out on the mound for the Steamers, relieving left-hander Zane Loveday. Loveday goes the first 2 innings, allows just 1 hit, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The run coming across on the 2 RBI hit by Hayden Freeze. And Will Stewart coming into his 12th ball game of the season. 2 starts, 15 2/3 innings pitched, 0-1 with a 10.91 ERA, 19 earned runs, 28 walks, 15 hits, and 10 strikeouts. He went 2 innings against the Tarboro River Bandits in his last outing on Tuesday. Scheduled to start on Monday right here against the Knights. Pushed back to start against the River Bandits on Tuesday. Tossed 2 innings. Gave up 5 runs in that ball game, and now is in relief, looking to keep the Scallywags lead just at 2. Now do it against the heart of the Scallywags lineup, at least to start. The right fielder Josh Folks, the first baseman Max Puckett, and John Simmons. Josh Folks 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Back and forth at bat his first time, with thinking a ball 4 was coming. Took a strike 3 called. The pitch on the outside corner. And the first pitch from Stewart is a fastball just outside, and it's 1-0. Stewart, fastball, really a slider slurve out on the hill. As a breaking pitch moves like a curveball and a slider, and change-up mixes in occasionally. The 1-0 swung on, grounded foul just above the Steamers' dugout, and it's 1-1 to Folks. One other game going on in the PCL right now. Greenbrier Knights taking on the Tarboro River Bandits. The Knights leading that ball game 3-0 in the bottom of the third inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch low and away. Opponents of these 2 teams tomorrow night, the Steamers playing host to the Knights, and the Scallywags traveling to Tarboro to take on the River Bandits. Off day on Sunday for the teams set to face off for the PCL playoffs. The 2-1 outside, and it's 3-1 on the fastball, and it's 3-1 to Folks. Right now, as it stands, the Steamers in the number 1 seed playing against the Greenbrier Knights in a 3-game set. And the Scallywags will face off against the River Bandits for 3 in the semifinals. The 3-1 pitch swung on line to right center field. Paulson on the run. He won't get it. It's off the base of the wall. Plays it on a hop. Paulson throws it in, and Folks will be held to a single. A 3-1 fastball right down to the heart of the plate. And the red-hot outfielder for the Scallywags did not miss it, and a leadoff hit. The 3rd straight inning with a leadoff base runner for the Scallywags, and now the cleanup hitter Max Puckett to the plate. 3 fastballs outside the zone, and Stewart putting one right down Broadway, and Folks did not miss it. Now Max Puckett to the dish. He walked his first time, and the first pitch to him, swings at the first pitch, pops it up foul behind home plate. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Max Puckett. One of 4 walks in the first 2 innings for Zane Loveday. Now's up with a runner on. And the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball low in the zone. Gets away from Santana and gets to the backstop. Folks up to second base, and another pass ball. 1-1 now the count. And for the 2nd consecutive inning, a runner, at least 1 runner moving up on a wild pitch. And now a runner in scoring position as Outer Banks looking to extend their lead here in the early going. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stewart gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball low in the dirt. This one gets behind Santana again. And Folks up to 3rd. Back-to-back wild pitches for Will Stewart. Folks up to 3rd base. And now a productive out for Puckett. Gets a run across. As mentioned earlier, Santana in for overitis. Santana, this is his 4th game caught of the season. He did catch in the PCL All-Star game. And the 2-1 pitch to Puckett is inside. It's 3-1, but still, Stewart, handful of pitches low in the dirt. Could not be handled by the catcher. Santana, 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner at 3rd with no outs, and the pitch to Puckett. Fastball popped up in shallow center. Paget running in, giving way to Myers, and Allison, who hats off, makes the catch. Throws in, no tag from Folks, who will stay at 3rd base. Myers went out, ducked out of the way. Paget gave way to Ellison, whose cap came off in left field. He made the catch, and a huge out number 1 as now John Simmons to the plate. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Puckett underneath of it, and now John Simmons, who struck out his first time on a high fastball. And the pitch from Stewart. A fastball low in the dirt, gets behind Santana. Folks coming home, and he will score. 3rd wild pitch of the inning. Folks comes around to score, and it's now 3-0 Scallywags in the 3rd. Folks reaching on a single, went to 2nd on a wild pitch, went to 3rd on another wild pitch, and comes home on a 3rd wild pitch in the inning. And now it's 1-0 with Simmons up. Another fastball that got away from Will Stewart. And the Scallywags pan the benefactor. And the 1-0 pitch line to right field. Paulson on the move, and he makes the catch. A hard line drive off the bat of Simmons. But he's retired with 2 outs. Fastball hit hard. And now Aiden Feather coming up. Feather walked, came around to score on the hit by Hayden Freeze. And Feather, the infielder from Chowan University. And the first pitch to him, breaking ball, ducks down out of the way. It's 1-0. Imagine the conversations with Feather, along with Ty Johnson. Both of these teams really filling out the infield and outfield for the Hawks this summer as the 1-0 pitch is high. It's 2-0. Feather, third baseman, second baseman for the Hawks. Steamers, Ty Johnson getting the night off tonight along with Ben Bausis, who's out at second. Giomar Santana, catcher, outfielder. The 2-0 is fouled off. All playing for the Hawks this season. And Aiden Feather, as mentioned, .284 average. He's been in the lineup. Thrive wherever head coach Zach Alexander has put him. He's up here with 2 outs, and the base is empty with a run across. And the 2-1 pitch from Stewart, a fastball, another wild pitch that gets to the backstop. The 4th one of the inning for Stewart, and it's 3-1 for Feather. Has to be this the release point for the righty. Handful in the dirt. This one getting high and out of the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch to Feather. Fastball fouled off. It off the pole. Netting. Here at historic Hicks Field, going around, stretching to the on-deck circles. And outside the dugout, no external netting. It only goes up about 10 feet. Have to be aware on each side. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-0 Outer Banks in front here in the top of the 3rd. And the payoff pitch from Stewart, a fastball way high and out of the zone. And Feather walks with 2 outs. Another wild pitch for the right-hander from Hickory, North Carolina. And now 2 outs with James Duncan coming to the plate. Another fastball. This one looked like a breaking pitch from Stewart. Tried to get it inside, just left it hanging high and way out of the zone. And the first pitch to Duncan is a fastball high. Well, Stewart, first time pitching in over a year and a half, recovering from Tommy John surgery. Did not pitch for Lenore-Rhine University in the spring. Transferred from Caldwell Community College. 1-0 pitch is high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Pitched his freshman year at Caldwell Community College. Redshirted his sophomore season. As a redshirt junior, did not pitch as mentioned for Lenore-Rhine. Trying to work through the kinks here this summer with the Clams. The 2-0 pitch to Duncan way inside. Santana the back pick. Not in time to get Feather, and it's now 3-0 to Duncan. 3 more out of the zone for Stewart as the struggles in the inning continue. Similarly to Loveday, a lot of these pitchers in summer baseball really starts with that fastball. And the 3-0 pitch to Duncan is high, ball 4 and 2, 2 out walks. And now 2 on. 2 outs for the designated hitter Christian Yu. A single by Folks to lead off the inning. Came around to score on 3 wild pitches. A pop out to Puckett, a fly out by Simmons, and 2 straight walks to Feather and Duncan. And the first pitch to Yu, another fastball high, and it's 1-0. The walks have piled on. 3 Steamers with at least now 30 on the season. Loveday, the starter. It's Will Stewart and Luke Dilda, the lefty out of the bullpen. And the 1-0 pitch from to Yu is a breaking ball in there for a strike. There's that slider. Have to wonder if Stewart maybe defaults to that pitch instead of the fastball. A lot of misses outside of the zone so far. Gets the sign in the 1-1. Another breaking pitch. This one popped in the air. First base side. Kirk in pursuit towards the top. And it hits the top netting over the concession stand. And it goes to 1-2. As mentioned, 2 straight breaking pitches for Stewart there. And he's ahead in the count 1-2 to Christian Yu. Impressive career at Robbinsville, New Jersey as a high schooler. 313 average, 42 runs, 27 RBIs. And the 1-2 pitch, fastball just missed off the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Marco Tallon behind the plate calling it outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 on with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. And the pitch from Stewart, a breaking ball low in the dirt. Excellent stop by Santana, and the count is full. And Stewart in danger of walking another Scallywag. 6 walks already for Steamers pitching. As mentioned, an issue that has plagued the staff despite the 26-11 record. The 3-2 pitch to you, swung on, popped up first base side. Kirk coming in, it's play a ball off of the line, and he makes the catch to end the inning. 2 runners left stranded, but a run across on a wild pitch by Stewart. A hit and 2 runners left. We go to the bottom of the third. The Scallywags now lead it 3-0. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have 1 fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have 1 fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Bottom half of the third inning, now a 3-0 lead for the Scallywags. A run in the top half of the third on 3 consecutive wild pitches from Will Stewart, allowing Josh Falks to come around and score. And now, top of the lineup for the Steamers. Here in the bottom half of the third, Luke Myers, Jackson Ellison, and Gabe Kirk. Luke Myers, as mentioned, the team MVP award given to the most outstanding player. And talking to him, catching up with the Clams. You can see the Catching Up with the Clams episode right here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Durability, his best ability. Talking about his routine, through the same routine every game, and preparing the same way, and running before the game. He's played in every Clams game this season. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch from Zachary Odom. Fastball high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. If he wasn't a Steamer this summer, he's in the military. Serving in the armed forces. Police officer as well, as the 2-0, a big cut and a miss by Myers. Showing frustration after that swing. It's 2-1. Catch the rest of the episode along with the rest of the Catching Up with the Clams right here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. The 2-1 pitch to Myers is swung on, flied in the air to center. Mascolo on the run, frees there as well, and Mascolo makes the catch in the left center field gap for out number 1. And Zachary Odom settling in quite nicely despite the 4 walks. He's not allowed a hit so far through the first 2 1/3 as Jackson Ellison to the plate. Been a lot of quick outs, like right there to Myers. 2-1 fastball, fly to left. And now the left fielder, Jackson Ellison. 0 for 1 tonight. And the first pitch from Odom is a fastball popped in the air. Left field, going out as Simmons, gives way to Freeze, whose gloves out, makes the catch. 2 outs here in the third, as the Steamers offense continuing to sputter here in the early going. And now Gabe Kirk to the plate. Kirk a walk his first time. On 3 straight walks in the first inning for the Steamers. All left stranded. Odom gets the sign, and the first pitch to Kirk is a breaking ball high. It's 1-0. First baseman Gabe Kirk EH'd as well this season. And the 1-0 pitch from big cut and a miss. It's 1-1 to Kirk. Handful of lefties in the lineup tonight for the Steamers, all right around the middle of the order. Ellison, Kirk, and Abbott in the 5th spot, the 1-1. High and away, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Back to Wednesday, last matchup. Kirk starting to find his stride late in the season. 2 RBI double a few nights ago against Tarboro. And the 2-1 pitch is a fastball missed high. It's 3-1. And a double. His first at bat on Wednesday against Outer Banks. And 3 walks. He added the base runners, getting on. For the guys behind him, the 3-1 pitch from Odom. Fastball outside, ball 4. Second walk of the game for Gabe Kirk. Now the 5th walk in 2 games against the Scallywags this week. And now Chris Morris to the plate. Another 2-out walk despite the success for Odom on the hill. 3 straight innings now with a 2-out base runner. And now Chris Morris up. He walked his first time. 4 home runs on the season for Morris. And he swings and drives the first pitch to left. Freeze going back to the warning track, to the wall, and he runs out of room. A 2-run home run for Chris Morris. And the Steamers have struck back here in the 3rd. 2 runs on the 2-run home run by Chris Morris. And it's now a 3-2 ball game. His 5th home run of the season. Chris crushed it. And it's now 3-2. A first pitch breaking ball from Zachary Odom. And Chris Morris demolished it to left. And it's now 3-2. Chris Morris, his first home run in 2 weeks. Hit a home run against the Redbirds on July 16th as the first pitch is high, in and out of the glove of Gomez. It's 1-0 to Tate Abbott. Breaking ball to Chris Morris, and he demolished it to left. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Odom swung on, fouled straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tate Abbott, the Steamers' 17th home run. Chris Morris, one of just 4 Steamers with at least 2 home runs on the season. Tate Abbott with a homer as well. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. First home run allowed for Odom in his limited appearances as well. And the first hit of the game for the Clams is a home run that left a yard. And the 1-2 pitch to Abbott swung on, popped in the air, right field. Folks drifts over, and he makes the catch in the right center field gap. A 2-run home run, 1 hit, 2 runs across, a 2-run home run by Chris Morris. Cuts the Scallywags lead down to just 1. We go to the top half of the 4th. Outer Banks leads it 3-2. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at FaroGas.com. That's FerrellGas.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Those 2 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Steamers on the home run by Morris. Brought to you by Ferrell Gas. Easy propane service starts here. Ferrell Gas. Will Stewart back on the mound against Riley Finkelstein. The first pitch swung on, grounded to third. 2 hops, gloved by Garza. Throw across the diamond is in time. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Home run for Morris. 2 straight games now for the Steamers with a home run against the Scallywags in the comeback victory on Wednesday. A 3-run mammoth shot to right by Tyler Overitis late in that ball game. And now a 2-run home run here for Morris to cut the lead down to 1. And now Alex Gomez in there with 1 out. Strike out his first time, and he takes a fastball outside. It's 1-0. Gomez, Old Dominion University catcher. And the 1-0 pitch from Stewart is a fastball low. It's 2-0. 17 home runs on the season for the Steamers. Not quite the power surge from last year's ball club. Guys like Tanner Thatch, Jeremiah Boyd supplying the power. As the 2-0 is outside, it's 3-0. But Chris Morris turning it on in the power department this season. Now 5 home runs and 16 RBIs for the Edenton native. Following up 8 home runs in the spring. The 3-0 pitch from Stewart is outside, ball 4. And after the first pitch ground out to Finkelstein, a 4-pitch walk to Gomez. Another walk in the ball game for Steamers pitching, and now Hayden Freeze to the plate. Freeze 1 for 2, or 1 for 1, excuse me. A walk his first time, and a 2 RBI single to right his last time. And at the time put Outer Banks up 2-0. It's now 3-2. And the first pitch from Stewart, a fastball low and in, as Santana has to sprawl inside and nab it. 1 ball, no strikes. Steamers are kind of a weird schedule here. Final week of the season. Not used to all the off days. A rain out Monday. A 1-0 pitch swung on, grounded foul down the first base line. Rain out Monday, then an off day again on Thursday, and then another off day on Sunday before the playoffs begin. And a lot of the season so far with no off days during the week. And the 1-1, a throw over. Gomez is back. Scallywags stole a bag earlier tonight on a stolen base by Cole Mascola. The rest have been wild pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch is high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Freeze. 48 stolen bases now on the season for the Scallywags, and 11 come through Cole Mascola. Freeze at the plate with 2. Gomez without 1 in limited action. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch from Stewart. Gomez goes and stops, and Freeze takes strike 2. Excellent pitch on the outer half, low and away. Freeze pulled a lot of his hits to right field. Stewart out on the mound, have to stay out of the middle of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a breaking ball way outside, and the count is 4 to quite arguably one of the best hitters, not only on the Scallywags, but in the entire PCL. Led off the 2023 PCL All-Star game early in July. 3 balls and 2 strikes and a throw over. Gomez is back. It remains 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hayden Freeze. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the pitch off of first goes Gomez. That one swung on, driven to right. Playable for Paulson. Gomez has to retreat. Paulson makes the catch. The throw to first gets by Kirk, and Gomez gets back safely. Fastball way in. Freeze got jammed. Paulson made the catch, and Gomez had to bust it back to first. Went out to second base, slipped. Surprised Myers or Bausis didn't do a hidden ball trick there. A little deke. No deke. Gomez returns to first. And now Cole Mascolo to the plate. Mascolo so far tonight with a pop out and a walk. 0 for 2. Excuse me. The first pitch. Breaking ball inside. Missed Withens. 1-0. Stewart coming in for Loveday. Now lead down to 1 for Outer Banks. And the 1-0 pitch to Mascolo. Swung on, line drive, left center field. Ellison and Paget in pursuit. They won't get it. It falls. Going around second, heading to third is Gomez. The throw into second base is not in time. A 2-out double for Cole Mascolo. Puts two in scoring position for Josh Folks. And 2 on with 2 outs. As Will Stewart giving up a pair of base runners. A walk to Gomez, a fly out by Freeze, and now a double for Cole Mascolo. And now Josh Folks singled and scored his last time. Came around to score on a wild pitch, and now has 2 ducks on the pond. As the Scallywags looking to get the 2 runs back here in the 4th. Defense straight away, a huge hole up the middle with Myers and Bausis deep on the grass as Folks calls time. Josh Folks, similarly to Puckett as mentioned, started off slow at the dish, but has come on and been Mr. Consistent in the heart of the lineup. Fouls it off, it's 0-1. Had 4 hits the other night between the 2 ball clubs. He has 8 hits in his last 4 ball games. Long to go with 6 RBIs. Looking for 2 more here with 2 outs in the 4th. And the 0-1, a breaking ball, just missed outside, and it's 1-1. Stewart trying to utilize that breaking pitch against righties. Working it well. Used it against Feather an inning prior. Looking to try and get Folks out with that pitch. The 1-1, fastball low, and it's now 2-1. Stewart similarly to Loveday. Pitch count rising in his 2nd inning of work. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now 44 pitches for Stewart. The 45th coming to Folks. This one gets behind Stewart coming home. Is Gomez, and he is in there. Underneath the tag of Stewart, another run scoring on a wild pitch. And the Scallywags now lead it 4-2. Another breaking pitch that looked off out of the hand from Stewart, went over the head of Folks, in and out of the glove of Santana. The 5th wild pitch in the outing now in just an inning and 2/3 for Will Stewart. And now Cole Mascolo, another run at 3rd, and it's a 3-1 count to Folks. No action up in the Steamers bullpen as Stewart looking to get out of trouble. And the 3-1. Fastball swung on, grounded on the infield. Bounces, and it eats him up into right field, and an error going to go against Bausis. A run comes across, and it's now 5-2 Scallywags. A hard grounder eats up the second baseman Bausis. The first error by either side, and it's now 5-2 Outer Banks. Folks putting the ball in play. A fastball by Stewart. It's now 5-2 with Max Puckett up. And the first pitch, a fastball way inside, and the Scallywags matching the Steamers 2 in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 of their own here in the 4th. Still far from over. 0-1 is Puckett with a walk so far as the 1-0 is low. It's 2-0. Mistakes on the mound. The walk to Gomez, coming around to score on a wild pitch. And then an error by Ben Bausis at second base. And then the hop play him. The 2-0 is low and in. It's 3-0. The lip of the dirt on the edge of the grass. Bausis playing back. Could not corral the ground ball from Folks. 3 balls and no strikes to Puckett, with John Simmons waiting on deck. And the pitch from Stewart, low and in. This one hits Puckett. A hit by pitch. Another runner on with 2 outs. 2 runners on, 2 outs. A hit batter. Another pitch that got behind Santana. And now John Simmons to the plate, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Inning has gone from bad to worse for Stewart. Similarly to the second inning for Loveday. 5-2, 5 runs on just 3 hits for Outer Banks. And the first pitch to Simmons is swung on, grounded foul. It's 0-1. Strikeout his first time, a line out to right. Hit it hard his last time, but in the waiting glove of Nate Paulson. Stewart getting the sign for Santana. Time is called as Santana re-delivering the signs to the right-hander Stewart. A breaking ball high, and it's 1-1. Stewart, the righty from Hickory, North Carolina. One of 14 steamers from the old North State. Looking to get out of the jam here in the fourth. The 1-1. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-1. 2 runs in the second for the Scallywags. 1 run in the third. 2 runs and counting here in the fourth inning. Very similar to Wednesday night's matchup as the 2-1 is fouled off. Outer Banks, 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 runs in the third in that ball game. From the fourth inning on, the Steamers mounting the improbable comeback and taking that one. They're going to have to come back again here in tonight's ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on, and 2 across. And the 2-2 is high. Another breaking pitch for Stewart. Bad release out of the hand. And the count is full as Chandler Paget, the Clam's best arms, jogging out to the bullpen. The 3-2 pitch to Simmons. Runners off. This one gets high away from Santana. Another wild pitch. Another walk in the inning. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Another walk for Steamers pitching. The 8th of the ball game. Stewart matches Loveday with 4 as Santana goes out to the mound. The 6th wild pitch from Will Stewart. In an inning and 2/3, and now Aiden Feather due up. Feather, he's walked twice in his first 2 at-bats, and has a run scored, and has a potential to push the lead even further. Offenses have come alive in these matchups. Steamers started the year, scored 10 runs in Outer Banks in a shortened, weather-ended game. Also scored 14-6 in a matchup here. Scallywags with an 11-7 win, a 12-11 matchup last time. And the first pitch to Feather, a check swing, he went around. It's 0-1, and this game starting to trend to an offensive onslaught. No balls, 1 strike to Aiden Feather, and the pitch from Stewart, a breaking ball, a big cut and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Feather. There's that breaking pitch again, tailing away to the righties. Looks like a slider out of the hand. Also has some downward movement to it. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases full. 2 runs already across, and Stewart steps off. 2 runs across in the inning. A wild pitch scoring Gomez, and a run scoring on a fielding error by Ben Bausis. No balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch to Feather, a breaking ball. This one drifts high. It's 1-2. Folks over at third. He reached on that Bausis error. Puckett at second. He walked. And John Simmons over at first. He reached on a free pass. And the 2-1. Breaking ball inside, and it hit Feather. Another hit batter in the inning. Another run coming across for the Scallywags. It's now 6-2 as Outer Banks moves station to station. And Steamers head coach Justin Hill comes out of the dugout, slowly walking out to the mound, points to the bullpen, and we have a pitching change here at historic Hicks Field. 6-2 ball game, bases full, and a new Steamers pitcher on the way. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Trowon County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Feral Gas. For easy and reliable service, Feral Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at feralgas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. A pitching change brought to you by Feral Gas. Easy propane service starts here. Feral Gas, Tyrus Baumgartner in with the bases loaded and 2 outs against James Duncan. And the first pitch to Duncan, a big swing and a miss. Baumgartner in his 12th game, 18 innings pitched, 0-1 with a save, a 2.50 earned run average, 5 earned runs, 14 Ks, 14 hits allowed. And the 0-1 on popped up on the infield. Bausis, Myers coming over. Myers makes the catch. 2 pitches, and Baumgartner gets out of the inning. The Scallywags strand 3, but get 3 across in the inning on a hit and errors by the Steamers. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. It's 6-2. Scallywags in front. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there.
Hi, my name is Ben Bausis, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Ben. Ben Bausis, 2 up. First here in the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Steamers. We'll have to mount another comeback tonight, down 6-2. Bausis, Santana, and Garza watching Edenton Steamers baseball on the home of the Clams, and not just the home for the streams of the ball game, but also for all of your Clams content, including the Catching Up with the Clams newest episode with Luke Myers is out right here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Go check out the TikTok as well. Still in content. Got Christmas in July videos as well. Much more content to come as the Clams head to the postseason. Zachary Odom set to start his 4th inning of work so far. The left-hander, 3 innings, just 1 hit allowed on the home run by Chris Morris. 2 runs, 5 walks, and a strikeout. He's out here now with a 4-run lead, and the first pitch to Bausis is a fastball high and away. It's 1-0. Bausis tonight 0 for 1 with a ground out. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, popped up, foul, first base side, and Gomez gives it a look. It's 1-1. Check on the out-of-town PCL scoreboard. An update from Tarboro. 4-1 Greenbrier in front in the bottom of the 5th inning. That ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball outside. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. To Ben Bausis. And the pitch, swing and a miss, gets behind Gomez, and now it goes to 2-2. Bausis, the Virginia Beach, Virginia native. Parents in attendance tonight. A lot of players, parents here, host families recognized before the games. We thank the host families. Including mine, a shout out, Bobby Hale, for taking me. Ben Manlin, Benny Baseball, voice on the broadcast. Is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Bausis is retired on strikes. 1 away here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And the host family is doing so much, bringing these players in for the summer, into their homes, and honoring them for allowing the players and staff to stay with them over the summer. Thank you for their continuing support of the Steamers on both sides. The Scallywags host families as well, honored a week ago in Outer Banks. Giomar Santana up with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th, and the first pitch from Odom is a fastball inside. It's 1-0. Santana, first pitch swinging his last time, flied out to Folks in right field. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses low, and it's now 2-0. No action yet, but number 37, Trenton Sawyer, starting to walk out to the Scallywags bullpen. 2 balls and no strikes, and a fastball in there. It's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Vega Baja, Puerto Rico native Giomar Santana. In at catcher tonight in the 7th spot. And the 2-1 bounces in the dirt. A 58-foot fastball for Odom. 3 balls and 1 strike. 6-2 ball game. Scallywags in front, looking for their 16th win of the season. And their 4th against the Steamers. The 3-1 pitch to Santana's a fastball high and outside. Another walk for Odom, his 6th. And a 1-out base runner for the Steamers for the 3rd baseman, Ty Garza. Fastball command in that at-bat. Could not get it across. Now Ty Garza struck out his first time. Had a surge in the middle of July. We had 6 hits in 2 games. 8 RBIs. Named hitter of the week last week. Takes a pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to the 3rd baseman from Grosse Ile, Michigan. And the 0-1 to Garza. Fastball swung on, driven in the air to left. Freeze on the run, over towards the line, and he makes the catch. An incredible catch by Hayden Freeze as Santana retreats the first. Hayden Freeze playing straight away left. Made the catch on the run back towards the Pro Sparkles car wash sign in deep left. And he made the catch on the run to deny extra bases of Ty Garza. And now there's 2 outs for Nate Paulson. Fastball inner half. Garza got all of it. But an excellent play by Hayden Freeze. Well, he's mostly known for his offense. Has made some incredible plays this season as well. Now Nate Paulson due up. Paulson. A walk tonight in his first at-bat. And the first pitch to him, a fastball high. It's 1-0. Nate Paulson played center field, right field, left field, all over the outfield. For the Clams this season, he's in right tonight. The 1-0's in there for a strike. Infielder from Bridgeport, West Virginia. West Virginia State University, one of 4 Steamers players. And the 1-1 is high. 2-1. It's just so wonderful to see how all of the players see the players as well. Handshakes to the other family members of the other players around visiting. Just travel easier, staying with one another. The 2-1's low. It's 3-1. Being together at a week where the whole families were in town. Time after the games together. 3 balls and 1 strike. Paulson up, 2 outs. Santana over at first. And the pitch. Fastball outside, the second walk of the inning, the second walk of the game to Paulson. And now the Steamers have 2 on with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning for Drift and Paget as Alex Gomez out to the mound to talk with Odom. That fastball has drifted outside of the zone for Odom. It's cost him runners on base. Only 2 have come back to bite him. The Steamers left the bases loaded in the first. Only 2 runs across on the 2-run home run by Chris Morris in the third. And Drift and Paget up with 2 runners on and 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. And Paget 0 for 1 tonight. Just 1 hit so far. The home run by Morris. Defense for the Scallywags, all behind the bag. With Finkelstein creeping around the second base bag, and the first pitch is high. It's 1-0. I've seen too many breaking balls this inning for Odom. Straight fastballs, and he's missed outside of the zone. And the 1-0 pitch to Paget. This one low in the zone. It's 2-0. Fastball high, fastball low, and it's now 2-0 to Drift and Paget with Luke Myers on deck. So far tonight, 74 pitches now for Odom. And the 2-0 to Paget, another one in the dirt low, and it's now 3-0 to Paget. 75 pitches, just 33 strikes from the left-hander from Newport. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Paget. Fastball in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Odom on the mound. One of just 3 left-handed pitchers for the Scallywags, along with Porter Brady. The 3-1 pitch to Paget, swung on, popped up, first base side. Odom in pursuit, gives it a look, and it gets out of play. Excellent catch. Down the first baseline. First row, making a great catch. Little point from Gomez as well, a little recognition. And it's now 3-2 to Paget. Mentioned one of 3 lefties. Odom, Casey Proctor, the Steamers have seen a few times so far, and Porter Brady as well. Started the last game here at historic Hicks Field. The 3-2 pitch, runners off. Paget swings and flies one to left center. Mascolo on the run is playable, and he makes the catch in the left center field gap. 2 runners stranded, 2 walks, and another clean inning for Zachary Odom. We go to the top half of the 5th. Scallywags lead it 6-2. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field, top half of the 5th inning in a 6-2 Scallywags lead. You, Finkelstein, and Gomez do up against Tyrus Baumgarten, who got out of the top half of the fourth on just 2 pitches. Will Stewart's final line, an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, and 4 walks. The Steamers' third pitcher tonight, and the pitch low and away. Baumgartner was scheduled to pitch on Wednesday against the Scallywags. Injured himself pregame. Now in tonight. The 1-0 is inside to you. It goes to 2-0. Christian Yu tonight. 0 for 1 with a walk. And he's ahead in the count, 2-0, and the pitch from Baumgartner swung on, grounded on the infield. Cutting it off as Garza gloves it, throw to first. Pick up by Kirk at first base. An excellent play all the way around. Garza cutting it off from Myers. Makes the throw across the diamond, and Kirk with the pickup. And now there's 1 out for Riley Finkelstein. Both of these teams against one another, the errors have been an issue. Handful of them for Outer Banks, 4 on Wednesday. As the first pitch to Finkelstein low and away. Only 1 tonight. And Ben Bausis allowed a run to score in the top half of the fourth, but an excellent play by Garza and Kirk to start the top half of the fifth. 1-0 pitch is a fastball high. 2 balls, no strikes. On the mound, Baumgartner featuring a fastball, curveball, calls a Vulcan change. Cutter as well, a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch to Santana, swung on, lined into right field, a base hit for Finkelstein. A 1-out base hit for Riley Finkelstein. And another inning, or at least a runner on with an out or less for the Scallywags. Their 4th hit of the game. And now Alex Gomez up. A 2-0 fastball that Finkelstein lined to right. And now the catcher Gomez, a run scored, a walk, a strikeout. And now his 3rd at bat. Outer Banks looking to extend the lead even further. No lead is safe here in this ball game. As the first pitch is low, and Baumgartner falls behind another hitter. 1 ball and no strikes to the catcher Alex Gomez, wearing number 4 tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Baumgartner. Finkelstein goes off at first. Santana, the throw to second is in time. An excellent throw from home to second. Giomar Santana with a strike. And the tag applied by his Chowan teammate Ben Bausis. And now there's 2 outs, and it's 2-0 to Gomez. Fastball low and away. And Santana with a hose. And the 2-0 way inside, and it's now 3-0. Another wild pitch for Steamers pitching tonight. Stewart with 6. And Baumgartner hurling that fastball high and in. Now 3 balls and no strikes to Gomez, with a dangerous freeze waiting on deck. And the 3-0 fastball in there for a strike. Baumgartner injured himself before the game, down on his leg, right leg. Have to imagine that could play a role here tonight. Still feeling a little bit of pain. The 3-1 swung on, grounded, a few hops on the infield. Myers charges, gloves, throws to first in time to get Gomez. A ground out, a caught stealing, and a ground out by Gomez. No runs across for the Scallywags in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Outer Banks leads it 6-2. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have one fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. One more fireworks show. You don't want to miss it. It's tomorrow night, the final game of the regular season against the Greenbrier Knights. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. A pitching change for the Scallywags. New arm on the mound, number 37, Trenton Sawyer from Mid-Atlantic Christian University. A local kid right from Hertford, North Carolina. Went to Perquimans High School. He's in the ball game for left-hander Zachary Odom. Really settled into the ball game. Just 2 runs allowed on 1 hit. The 2-run home run by Chris Morris. He walked 7 batters, 2 strikeouts, 4 innings pitched. But there's offense for the Scallywags, providing him more than enough support as Trenton Sawyer coming into the ball game. You win a 6-2 game, and he'll face the top of the lineup, Luke Myers, Jackson Ellison, and Gabe Kirk. And the first pitch from Sawyer is high. It's 1-0. Sawyer, second appearance of the season. 1 inning he pitched against the Steamers on July 18th. Allowed a hit in that inning work. Delivers the 1-0 outside. It's 2-0 to Luke Myers, who made the impressive play to end the top half of the 5th. Running play on the infield, never easy. Gloved it through to first. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. Myers 0 for 2 tonight. Top 2 hitters in the Steamers lineup. 0 for 4 to begin the ball game. The 2-1 is low. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Luke Myers. 3 balls and 1 strike to the shortstop from Nanticoke, Pennsylvania. Only Steamer from the Keystone State. 3 balls and 1 strike from the right-hander Sawyer. And the pitch, fastball popped up. Shallow in the outfield, Mascolo running in. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. 3-1 swinging for Myers. Pops out to center field, and now Jackson Ellison due up. And the Steamers not a base runner since that home run from Chris Morris in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And now Jackson Ellison 0 for 2 tonight. Double, 3 RBIs on the season. Stolen base as well. Squares around a bunt and squares a beauty in front of the mound. Sawyer gloves it. Throw to first is not in time. An excellent fielding attempt by Sawyer. Gloved it bare hand. Tried to throw to first to get the speedy Ellison. And the second hit of the game for the Steamers is a bunt single in front of the plate for the Currituck County native. And now Gabe Kirk to the plate. Ellison, his 8th hit of the season, laid down a beauty of a bunt, and the first pitch to Kirk is a fastball in there for a strike. Kirk, 2 walks, a run scored tonight. He scored on the Morris homer. Going to swing the bat here as Ellison back to first. Oh, back from Sawyer. Gets the ball back. Sawyer, another 2-way player for the Scallywags, as well as a pitcher. He's played 3rd base as well. Switch hitter at the dish. And the 0-1 to Kirk is driven in the air to left. Freeze going back to the warning track to the wall. And it's off the top of the wall, back in play. Freeze throws it in. Ellison to 3rd, and he is in there. Off the top of the wall in left field. That comes back in play. It's a fair ball, not a home run. It has to clear the fence for it to be a home run. Kirk hits it off the top of the wall, came back in play, and Gabe Kirk with back-to-back games with an extra base hit, back-to-back games with a double, and now 2 in scoring position for Chris Morris. Last time out, Morris a 2-run home run in the third. And now 2 on with 1 out, and the first pitch from Sawyer. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Chris Morris detonating on a fastball from Zachary Odom. Crushed it to left. And the 0-1 line into left fielder base hit. 1 run is in. Ellison comes in. Freeze misplays it and gets it in. Kirk will hold up at third. Another RBI for Chris Morris tonight. 3 on the evening, and it's now 6-3. Scallywags as the line moves for the Steamers here in the 5th. Another breaking pitch from Sawyer. Extended out the swing for Morris and lines it into left, and now the tying run to the plate and Tate Abbott with 1 out. 3 RBIs now and 2 hits. Morris has reached 3 times, and the first pitch to Abbott is low in the dirt. An excellent stop by Gomez. 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and no strikes. And the pitch to Abbott swung on, grounded foul. It's 1-1. Tate Abbott tonight 0 for 1 with a walk his first time. One ball and 1 strike, 1 out. 3 straight base runners, 3 straight hits for the Steamers. Looking to climb back into it here in the bottom of the 5th, and the 1-1 pitch to Abbott swung on, fouled off. All starting with a 1-out bunt single from Ellison. A double by Gabe Kirk. And an RBI single by Chris Morris. As Abbott looking to keep the line moving. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Finkelstein drifting back. It's in shallow right. Finkelstein underneath, and he makes the catch. Just outside the grass at second. And there's 2 outs. A huge out, number 2 for Sawyer. Gave Abbott the breaking pitch. And Abbott underneath of it. And now Ben Bausis to the plate with 2 outs. Two outs, and Ben Bausis up. And the first pitch low in the dirt. It goes to 1-0. Bausis so far tonight 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And a golden opportunity with Kirk at third with a double. Morris at first with a single. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball high. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 6-3 ball game. Both teams with 4 hits. The Scallywags lead it by 3. And the 1-0, the 2-0 is out on the outside corner. It's 2 balls in 1 strike. Bausis in for Ty Johnson tonight, given the night off. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swung on, line drive, over the head of Finkelstein into right field. Kirk comes in for third, Morris to second, a bloop single to right center field for Bausis plates a run. The second run of the inning for the Steamers, and it's now a 6-4 game. Excellent piece of hitting by Bausis. A breaking pitch from Sawyer tailing out of the zone, and Bausis poking it to right center field. And now Giomar Santana to the plate. And head coach Zach Alexander going to call time and talk to the young right-hander. The 4th hit of the inning for the Steamers. 4 out of the last 5 batters with a base hit. Bausis with an RBI. His 5th RBI of the season. And the Steamers trying to mount a comeback here in the 5th inning. It's where the offense started Wednesday night, scored 9 unanswered runs between the 6th and the 8th inning, including the home run by Tyler Overitis, handful of walks from tonight's starter Zachary Odom in that ball game. But here, the hits coming through from Kirk as the mound visit starting to disperse. As home plate umpire Mark Hotalin explaining to Zach Alexander some of the calls, I would imagine. 2 outs. And coming to the plate is Giomar Santana. Play resumes. Santana up. 2 on, 2 outs. Hole on the right side of the infield. Finkelstein guarding second. And the pitch from Sawyer is a fastball in there for a strike. Giomar Santana, 0 for 1 with a walk. Walked his last time, left stranded in the 4th. And the 0-1 pitch to Santana, fastball low. It's now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 on, and 2 runs across here in the bottom of the 5th for the Steamers, who now trail 6-4. And the 1-1 to Santana, fastball inside. It's now 2-1. Fastball command for Sawyer. Left it out over the plate. Was missed inside to the right-handed batters. And Bausis poking a breaking ball into right. And the 2-1 pitch lined into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. Morris digging around third. Mascolo misplays it. The throw in is not in time, and Morris scores without a throw to the plate. Bausis goes to third. The 5th hit of the inning for the Steamers. The 3rd one across, and it's now 6-5. As Ty Garza to the plate. The Steamers erupting against Sawyer. Hits in all different fashion here in the inning. A few screamers off the bat of Kirk and Morris, and a few dink and dunk base hits from Santana and Bausis. The Chowan boys getting it done, and the first pitch to Garza's high. It's 1-0. Another pitch on the outside half. Giomar Santana. Excellent swing, keeping the line moving and poking it over the shortstop Simmons into center field. Now Ty Garza. And the 1-0 pitch swung on cued foul. It's 1-1. Ty Garza was set to start the year in the Scallywags yellow, gold and black. And after a late switch, host families and roster accommodations, the third baseman from Barton ending up in the teal and black. And the 1-1 is outside. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Garza been in a bit of a slump lately. Looking to break it here in a 1-run game. And the 2-1 from Sawyer is a fastball in there, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bausis at third with a single. Santana at first with another single. 5 hits in the inning and 3 across. And the 2-2, Santana off of first. Ball taken low, no throw. And Santana into second base. A stolen base for Giomar Santana. And now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. And the pitch to Garza. Fastball in there, called strike 3. A fastball right down Broadway, and Sawyer strands 2. 5 hits and 3 runs for the Steamers. RBI hits from Morris, from Bausis, and Santana. We go to the top half of the 6th. 6-5. Scallywags in front. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Ferro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Ferro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. A call to the bullpen brought to you by Ferro Gas. The Steamers' fourth arm of the ball game, Ruben Costin, coming in his 13th game. 2 starts, 20 and 2/3 innings pitched, 2-1 with a 6.63 earned run average, 15 earned runs allowed, 18 walks, 20 hits, 17 strikeouts. He's in for Tyrus Baumgartner, who goes an inning in the third, allows 1 hit and no runs across. And he faces off against the top of the order, Freeze, Mascolo, and Falks, a pair of lefties in there. I have to imagine the reason for Costin coming in. 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, also brought to you by Ferro Gas. Easy propane service starts here. 3 RBI singles, a part of 5 hits as the first pitch to Freeze is high. It's 1-0. The single by Morris brought in a run. 2 singles, back-to-back hits from Bausis and Santana, and the 1-0 is high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Hayden Freeze, so far tonight, 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a walk. 2 balls and no strikes. Costin gets the sign from Santana, and the pitch is high. It's 3-0. Costin coming in late in the game on Wednesday. Came in, bases loaded, got a double play to end the inning. Shut the door in the 9th, allowed a run across, but held the 12-11 advantage, and the 3-0 is in there for a strike. It's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Cole Mascolo on deck. He has a hit, a run scored in tonight's game. And the 2-1 pitch in there when it's 3-2. Full count, back-to-back fastballs right there from Costin. Now the count is 4 to the Scallywags left fielder Hayden Freeze from Eden, North Carolina. 6-5 ball game now. Here in the 6th, the 3-2, fastball high, ball 4. And the second walk of the game for Hayden Freeze. Another leadoff base runner for Outer Banks, looking to counter the Steamers' 3 runs. Freeze giving some pointers to Cole Mascolo, who comes up. Cole Mascolo from Elon University, freshman outfielder from Fairfield, Connecticut. Single to left his last time. And the first pitch from Costin is a fastball high. It's 1-0. A fastball drifting high from the lefty from East Stroudsburg University. Pitched just an inning for the Warriors in the spring. The 1-0 is high. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Ty Johnson into the game for the Steamers, in for Ben Bausis, defensive substitution. Santana coming out to talk with Costin after 2 straight out of the zone. Ty Johnson, Chowan in for Chowan. Bausis out for Ty Johnson here in the later stages of the game. Head coach Justin Hill making a handful of pre-planned substitutions before games. Past few, Santana and Ellison came in the other night for Halstead and Paulson against Tarboro. The 2-0, high, 3-0, trying to get guys at bats. late in the season, get guys going. Ruben Costin trying to get going here in the 6th. 3 balls and no strikes to Mascola when the pitch is high, ball 4. 2 straight walks to start off the top of the 6th to the 1 and the 2 hitters for the Scallywags. And now Josh Folks coming up. Josh Folks has a hit, 2 runs scored, and a strikeout. And another RBI opportunity. Looking to get the runs back. The Steamers scored 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. The Scallywags responded in the 4th with 3. The Steamers scoring 3 in the bottom of the 5th. And now the Scallywags looking to respond here in the top of the 6th against Costin. 2 walks to Freeze and Mascola when the first pitch to Folks is high. It's 1-0. Walks again, crushing the Steamers pitching. 10 walks already, halfway through the ball game. And the 1-0 to Folks is a fastball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. 4 walks for Loveday, 2 innings, a hit, 2 runs allowed, 4 strikeouts. Will Stewart allowed 4 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks. Now it's Costin after Baumgartner. The 1-1 is fouled straight back. Ruben Costin, 20 hits, 17 Ks. His best outings have come out of the bullpen. Rams have used him a handful of times starting a ball game. Just hasn't had the same success. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Folks with Max Puckett on deck. And the pitch from Costin. Fastball swung on high, chopper, first base side, foul. Tate Abbott over at first base as well, in for Gabe Kirk. EH, first base, switching spots here in the ball game. Bausis and Kirk out for Abbott and Johnson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 on, nobody out here in the top half of the 6th. Josh Folks looking to come through with a hit against Costin. It's a hole on the right side with Johnson and Myers shaded towards the middle. And the 1-2 from Costin. A fastball swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. An excellent pitch from Ruben Costin. Ran it up inside to Folks, and he swings through it for out number 1. Went outside, jammed him inside, then went with another fastball on the inside half. And now Max Puckett due up. The cleanup hitter for the Scallywags. With a walk, he's 0 for 1 tonight. And the first pitch way outside. Excellent stop by Santana. Came awkward out of the hand of Costin. Well, they released it a bit early. Skipped in the dirt. Gee, Omar Santana. No overitis. And Santana has had to work behind the plate tonight. Lead off of second from Freeze, dancing around. And the 1-0 to Puckett, a big cut and a miss. On an outside fastball, it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, 2 on here in the 6th. 6-5 ball game. Last game the Steamers had against the River Bandits was a thrilling extra inning win for the Steamers. And the 1-1 is high. It's 2-1. This game trending in the similar direction. A tight ball game against a divisional opponent with the playoffs looming a few days away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Costin looking to get out of the jam, and the pitch to Puckett, a big cut and a miss, and it's 2-2. Another fastball on the outer half. Costin attacking the outside corner. To the poor hitting and power at the plate from the left-handed batter Puckett. John Simmons, another lefty, on deck. And the 2-2 from Costin. Fastball popped up. Into right field, Paulson comes in, calls off Johnson. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch. After 2 straight walks, 2 huge outs for Costin. And now John Simmons to the plate. Another excellent fastball from Costin. This one inside to Puckett. Threw it inside to Folks to get the strikeout. This one inside, jamming Puckett and hit it straight up to right. And now John Simmons, 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout tonight. On the first pitch, a fastball. This one popped way up on the infield. Mask off for Santana. Around the foul territory, and he cannot make the catch. Excellent effort from Santana. Could not haul it in. Diving up the first baseline. And an extra life for Simmons. Another fastball up in the zone. Simmons elevating the bat head. And Santana off with the mask. Running up the line, could not make the catch. No balls and 1 strike. Freeze a walk, he's out at second. Mascolo, another walk to start the inning, he's over at first. And the infielder from Liberty, John Simmons. Mentioned earlier on, one of the players to watch tonight. 6 hits in his last 5 ball games. Looking for another one here, and the 0-1 swung on, popped up. This one out towards center field. Johnson going out, Myers, and Johnson makes the catch. A dangerous play with Myers and Johnson right next to one another. Johnson makes the catch. 2 runners stranded on 2 walks. No runs across. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Steamers offense looking to tie or take the lead. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Trowon County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Swung on line drive into center field, a base hit for Nate Paulson. First pitch swinging in the bottom of the 6th. And he leads off with a hit against Trenton Sawyer. Another hit for the Steamers, their 7th of the ball game. New catcher Greer Farr in behind the plate for the Scallywags, in for Gomez, who exits. Paulson, his first hit of the game, and now Drifton Paget takes the first pitch low. It's 1-0. 6-5 Scallywags lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Paulson a hit and throw over by Sawyer. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Paget. Fastball, this one high. It's 2-0. Paget tonight for the Steamers. 2-0. 0-2. And the 2-0, a big cut and a miss. It's 2-1. Nate Paulson, a hit, 2 walks. He's been on base all 3 times. Winning Chris Morris, who has 2 hits, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Paget. Swung on, grounded up the middle through Sawyer. Diving play by Simmons, a spinorama, and the throw gets by Puckett at first. Going to third is Paulson. Going to second is Paget. The throw is high to second base. and Driftin' Paget will go into second base, a single, and then go into second on the error by John Simmons. Paulson over to third on the throwing error, and now 2 runners in scoring position for Luke Myers. Dangerous play for Simmons, trying the acrobatic spin up the middle. Went right through the wickets of Sawyer. At that point for Simmons, just got to eat it. Threw it wide of Puckett at first. And now 2 on with no outs for Luke Myers. 0 for 3 tonight. The 2023 Giesecke MVP Award winner looking to come up with a big hit. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. Luke Myers exited early in Wednesday's game. Later learning Coach Hill removing him. As the 0-1 is low and away. Ben Bausis in there. Coach Hill, his guys play with pride on the field. And the 1-1. Breaking ball, grounded on the infield. Gloved by Feather, checks the runner, throws to first in time. An excellent play by Aiden Feather. Myers is retired for the 4th time. And neither of the runners can advance. As Feather checks third, and now Jackson Ellison to the plate. Ellison with a hit his last time, a bunt single, and a run scored. Started that 3-run bottom of the 5th inning. Corners come in. Feather just outside the edge of the grass. Puckett over at first. And the first pitch to Ellison's grounded foul. It's 0-1. Ellison started a string of 5 hits in the bottom of the 5th. Bunt single from Ellison. A double from Gabe Kirk, who waits on deck. Second hit for Chris Morris on a single. And the 0-1. It's high. It's 1-1. Ben Bausis, the single as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Ellison. Low. Excellent stop. And the new catcher far in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch from Sawyer. Fastball in there, and it's now 2-2. Sawyer, fastball breaking pitch. It's mixed both well. It's left that fastball over the plate, and the Steamers have taken advantage. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball here to Ellison, swung on, slow chopper to second, should get a run home. Finkelstein fields it, throws to first in time. Paulson scores on the ground out. Over to third goes Paget, and the Steamers have come back to tie it here in the 6th. 6-6 ball game. An RBI on the ground out from Ellison, and now the go-ahead run over at third for Gabe Kirk. Bat to ball skills perfect there for Ellison. Nothing Finkelstein could do. Now Gabe Kirk, who's walked twice and doubled. And the first pitch way outside. An excellent stop by far. 1 ball and no strikes to Gabe Kirk. Now the extra hitter. Started the game at first. Swap on the right side of the infield for the Steamers. And the 1-0 from Sawyer is a breaking ball low in the dirt. It's 2-0. Gabe Kirk flipping a switch. Even the last 2 games against Outer Banks. 2 doubles. 5 walks now. He's reached base all 5 times. The 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Seeing the ball very well at the plate. And at the perfect time for this Clams offense. Chris Morris with a pair of hits on deck. If Kirk can keep it going. The 2-1 pitch from Sawyer. It's a fastball high and in. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. That fastball left it in to lefties. Ellison got a piece of it. Kirk left it in, and it's now 3-1. Sawyer gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball low and in, ball 4, and Gabe Kirk has walked for the 3rd time tonight. A breaking pitch inside, and now runners on the corners with 2 outs for Chris Morris, who has 2 hits, a 2-run home run, an RBI single, 2 runs across, and a walk. Is up now looking to put the Steamers in front. 2 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th. And now a run here in the 6th. Looking for more. And the first pitch to Morris, a big cut and a miss. Right through that fastball. No balls, 1 strike. Chris Morris has feasted on the fastball this season. He's also gotten a high dosage of breaking pitches lately. The 0-1, a fastball driven in the air to left. Freeze drifting back to the warning track to the wall, and he's done it again. Freeze runs out of room. A 3-1 home run for Chris Morris. Have a day, KM. A 3-1 home run for Morris. His 2nd homer of the game. He's now driven in 6 runs, and the Steamers have catapulted in front. It's now 9-6. Chris Morris crushed it again. Unbelievable performance tonight for Chris Morris. His first multi-home run game of the season. Just the 2nd time this season the Steamers have hit multiple home runs in a ball game. Morris now a part of both of them. He has 6 RBIs on the game. 6 home runs. 20 runs batted in, and now Tate Abbott takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Fastball breaking pitch. It doesn't matter with Morris tonight. Unstoppable at the plate. And the 0-1 to Sawyer. And now on the bat, shattering out in the infield. Fielded by Finkelstein. The throw to first is in time, but not before 4 runs come across. 3 on the 3-run home run by Chris Morris. And the Steamers have come all the way back to take the lead. We go to the 7th. The Steamers now lead it 9-6. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today.
Hi, my name is Ben Balsis, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Ben. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Those 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Steamers, brought to you by Faro Gas. Easy propane service starts here. Have a night, Mr. Morris. Chris Morris, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, an RBI single, and a walk. And now the Steamers, for the 2nd straight game against the Scallywags, have trailed by at least 4 runs at one point in the game and have vaulted themselves in front. And Luke Dilda, the new pitcher, and he delivers the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Luke Dilda, the 5th pitcher for the Steamers tonight, relieves Ruben Costun, who went an inning. Shutout baseball, and the 0-1 is high. It's 1-1. Dilda in his 12th game, 18 innings pitched, 2-1 with a 12.50 ERA, 25 earned runs allowed, 39 walks as the 1-1, a breaking ball in there for a strike. 15 hits, 19 Ks, earned the win. And the Steamers win against the Scallywags on Wednesday, 2 1/3. He just gave up 1 earned run. And the 1-2 swing and a miss by Feather. He struck him out. Luke Dilda, he had 4 strikeouts on Wednesday. He gets a strikeout, his first batter, here in the 7th. And there's one away as James Duncan to the plate. Excellent fastball. The fastball command for Dilda exceptional on Wednesday against Outer Banks. And the first pitch to Duncan is a breaking ball high. Fastball, curveball from Luke Dilda. Quite honestly, his best appearance of the season on Wednesday. Excellent all over the zone. And the 1-0 check swing went around, called by home plate umpire Mark Hotalin, and it's 1-1 to the extra hitter tonight from Illinois State University, James Duncan. And the 1-1 fastball high. It's 2-1. Dilda 2 clean innings out on the mound. Third and final inning in the 8th. Ran into some trouble with some walks. The 2-1 to Duncan, a big cut and a miss. Fastballs, missed location, gave up a hit as well in that frame. As Ruben Costin came in to get the job done late in the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a lefty-lefty matchup with Duncan. Dilda gets the sign from Santana and the pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. Duncan 0 for 1, a run scored, a walk. Another update from the River Bandits Knights game. Now a 9-4 Greenbrier lead heading to the 9th inning. The Knights looking to win their 2nd straight game over the River Bandits. As the 2-2 is low and away, it's now 3 balls and no strikes. Norfolk Redbirds and the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs also set to take part in the TSL Championship next Tuesday. 3 balls, 2 strikes, fastball high, ball 4. And after a head in the count for Dilda, he walks James Duncan with 1 out, and 1 on with 1 out. And Christian Yu to the plate. Yu due up so far. Christian Yu. And the first pitch to Yu, big cut and a miss. It's 0-1. Christian Yu, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. The designated hitter. He's pitched. He's played the middle infield as well. Came in as a late defensive sub in Wednesday's game. DH tonight. And the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch from Dilda. Fastball, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. That fastball from Dilda so far tonight has been moving all over the zone. Throw back to first. Duncan is back. Dilda, really the biggest thing for him, that fastball command. When he has it over the zone, can expand the zone with the fastball. Can get the breaking pitch all over the zone as well. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch to you. Fastball fouled straight back. One ball and 2 strikes to the Robbinsville, New Jersey native. Talking about earlier, it's an impressive high school career. 415 slugging, 42 runs scored, 27 RBIs at Robbinsville High School in New Jersey. And the 1-2 pitch to you is low. It's 2-2. Best game of the season against Hamilton West High School. 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs. And the 2-2 pitch, swung on, driven in the air to left. Ellison on the run, Paget into the gap. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. As Duncan retreats to first, a fly out from you, and now Riley Finkelstein with Austin Cherry, not Greer Farr, Austin Cherry, the backup catcher for the Scallywags on deck from Pitt Community College. Cherry due on deck as Riley Finkelstein at the plates. And the first pitch is low, gets by Santana. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Riley Finkelstein 1 for 3. A strikeout so far tonight. Dilda gets the sign from Santana. And the pitch. Fastball high. Another fastball out of the zone. One high, one low to Finkelstein. With Cherry on deck, replacing Gomez. Rule for the Scallywags, having to get for Cherry to play in the playoffs. Has to play at least 9 innings. Trying to get him into this one. The 2-0 inside almost got Finkelstein, and it's now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. With the catcher from Pitt Community College waiting on deck. Dilda already a walk to Duncan in the inning. The 3-0, fastball high, ball 4. And another inning with the Steamers pitcher with 2 outs recorded and 2 walks. And now the catcher from Pitt Community College, Austin Cherry, stepping in. 2 outs. Austin Cherry in there for his first at-bat. Hayden Freeze waiting on deck. Middle infield. Playing up the middle, guarding the bag. And the first pitch to Cherry, a big cut and a miss. It's 0-1. No balls. 1 strike to Cherry. Washington, North Carolina native. Set to attend Pitt Community College in the fall. Come in for Gomez. Here in the middle innings, and the 0-1 on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Dilda looking to evade damage. Here in the 7th, 2 on, 2 walks. A fly out and a strikeout. And the number 10 batter, Cherry, is up. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. The high cheese from Dilda. Cherry swings through it. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no runs across. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. 9-6. Steamers in front. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Trowon County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field, now a 9-6 ball game, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Scallywags, the left fielder tonight, number 22, Hayden Freeze, out on the mound. Freeze pitching in his 5th ball game of the season, 5 innings so far, including an inning against the Steamers, threw only 8 pitches in the top half of the 9th inning, an 8.40 ERA. Pitched against the River Bandits, the Tri-City Chili Peppers, and Virginia Beach, and he's now in there against Ty Johnson. Came into the game for Ben Bausis, 6-7-8, and Johnson takes the first pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1. Hayden Freeze, the new pitcher. Cherry behind the plate, not Greer far. It's the 0-1. It's high. It's 1-1. And in left field is James Duncan taking the place of Freeze. There's no longer an extra hitter for the Scallywags. The 1-1 pitch sharply hit to short. Gloved by Simmons. The throw to first is in time to retire Ty Johnson. Johnson retired on a ground out to short, and there's one away here in the 7th. Johnson coming in for Bausis, and he grounds out in his first at-bat. And in the PCL, the extra hitter this season, last season, 9 guys, a designated hitter. This season, an extra hitter that is versatile, can play the field if needed, and used as a batter, as the definition is really expanded throughout the season. The first pitch to Santana is low. Santana, an extra hitter extraordinaire for the Steamers, catching tonight. Scallywags using the extra hitter now to put Duncan in left as the 1-0 is fouled off, and move Freeze into the pitching role. As both teams using a lot of arms in the final few games of the season. Off day on Sunday couldn't come at a better time for these ball clubs. 1 ball, 1 strike to Giomar Santana. And a big cut and a miss. Santana, an RBI single his last time in the 3-run 5th inning for the Steamers. Brought the deficit back down to 1, then 4 in the bottom of the 6th. And the 1-2 is low. It's 2-2. Giomar Santana hit his last time, but his defense behind the plate. Wild pitches, but played strong behind the dish. The 2-2 from Freeze swung on, driven in the air to left. Duncan on the move to the warning track to the wall. He looks up and he runs out of room. A solo home run for Giomar Santana, his first of the season, and it's now a 10-6 ball game. The 3rd home run of the game for the Steamers. The 19th for the Clams this year. Santana getting in on the act, and it's now a 10-6 ball game. Fastball inner half, and Gio going up top. And Edenton now leads it 10-6 as Ty Garza to the plate. All of the home runs have been to left field. This one over the rail sign in left, and Garza takes a strike. He's 0 for 1. Ty Garza, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts so far tonight, and the 0-1 from Freeze is a fastball low. It's 1-1. A fastball breaking pitch. Freeze hasn't pitched for University of Western Carolina, but has used a handful of times already here in the summer for Outer Banks as he delivers the 1-1 inside. It's 2-1 to Garza. 2 balls, 1 strike. Garza, as mentioned, had that hot streak a few weeks ago, but has cooled off since. The 2-1 is high and away. He's moved down in the lineup, trying to regather that swing for the playoff push. Nate Paulson, who has a hit tonight, is on deck with 2 walks, and time is called. Steamers, once again, for the 2nd straight game, an offensive explosion late against Outer Banks, and the 3-1 to Garza is a fastball on the inside corner. It's 3-2. Tonight, following up the 9 unanswered on Wednesday, 8 unanswered runs through the 5th and the 7th here tonight. And the 3-2 is low and away ball 4 and a 1-out walk as Garza reaches for the first time. That fastball command for Hayden Freeze. Low and away, and now Nate Paulson hopefully tonight can get him going at the plate. A pair of walks and a single and a run scored his last time. 1 out. Garza over at first. 10 runs on now 10 hits for the Steamers. And the first pitch from Paulson, and it hit him on his elbow. Nate Paulson writhing in pain around the plate. And he's walking down to first very slowly, hoping Nate Paulson, who's had a history, recent history, with dealing with injuries, gets hit on his elbow. And good to see him walking quickly to first He reaches on a hit batter. A walk and a hit batter after the home run from Santana. Now drifting Paget to the plate. 1 for 3. Singled his last time. Went to second on an error. And came around. And a hit by Kirk. And the first pitch from Freeze is swung on, popped up foul to the first base side. 10 runs on 10 hits for the Steamers. Started out the game a bit slow. Against Odom, only 1 hit, but 8 hits. Against Trenton Sawyer out of the pen. And the 0-1 is fouled off. 7 runs across against Sawyer. 1 run already across against the two-way player Hayden Freeze. No balls and 2 strikes to Paget. Finkelstein roaming around second, a hole on the right side, and the 0-2 is popped up. Third base side, Feather giving it a look, and it gets out of play. And it remains 0-2 to the outfielder from Rocky Mount, who's adding to the trophy case this summer. Got the PCL All-Star, got the Team Gold Glove Award, adding to a list of accolades already. It was the 2022 USA South All-Academic Team, second team All-Region 2022 for NC Wesleyan. And the 0-2 is way high and inside. It's 1-2. Played for the Boone Bigfoots of the CPL last season. 2022 USA South All-Conference as well for Paget. It's been strong in center for the Clams. The 1-2 swung on the infield. High chopper. Simmons gloves it, takes it to the bag himself. The throw to first is picked by Puckett for the double play. An excellent play all around from Simmons and Puckett. 2 runners left stranded, but a home run by Giomar Santana. The Clams third of the game extends the lead. It's 10-6 as we head to the 8th. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field, top half of the 8th inning, and another pitching change for the Clams. A call to the bullpen brought to you by Feral Gas. Easy propane service starts here. John Horton, the next arm out of the Clams bullpen, the 6th pitcher used tonight for the Steamers. Comes in relief of Luke Dilda, who pitched an inning, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no runs allowed. The Scallywags haven't got a run across since the 3rd inning against Will Stewart. John Horton coming in to his 21st ball game. 25 2/3 innings pitched, 2-0, 4 saves, 2.80 ERA, 8 earned runs allowed, 8 walks, 17 hits, 33 Ks. Second on the team in strikeouts. Top of the lineup for the Scallywags, the pitcher now Hayden Freeze, Cole Mascolo, and Josh Folks. And the first pitch is high and in for Horton. It's 1-0. Horton, the only Steamer with at least 15 appearances, let alone 21 now on the season. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Horton talking about that ability to come in calm and composed, always ready to go. He's 1-1 now to Freeze in the pitch. Fastball at the top of the zone. It's 1-2. Fastball mid to high 80s. Low 90s topping out for Horton. And mixes in the slider. Slider slurve, if you will. Downward movement as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Freeze. Horton gets the sign in the pitch. Breaking ball fouled straight back. Hayden Freeze tonight for the Scallywags. 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, 2 walks. 2 RBI single early on, all the way back in the second inning. Got the first runs across in the ball game. The 1-2 pitch from Horton swung on, skied, right field. Paulson running in. Paget drifting over as well. Paget underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Paulson coming over to back up the play, and Paget makes the catch. For out number 1, 1 out, and Cole Mascolo to the dish. Yes, Chris Morris and Giomar Santana seem around the ballpark, joking around with one another outside of the field as well. And Santana and Morris going long tonight. And the first pitch to Mascolo is in there for a strike. Santana joining the club of Steamers with a home run this season. And the 0-1 to Mascolo is a fastball high. It's 1-1. Santana becoming the 11th Steamer with at least a home run this season. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mascolo. Swung on, fouled, straight back. Hit off the mask of Marco Tallin. And coming in, the umpires to check on the home plate umpire, Marco Tallin. Another foul ball straight off the mask. Have seen a handful of those this season, and a scary situation as Courtney Phelps, the athletic trainer, out to check on tonight's home plate umpire. Marco Tallin walking around and giving the thumbs up to Phelps and the other umpires. Glad to see that Hotalin, at least for the moment, is okay after that shot on the foul ball from Mascolo. And the count goes to 1-2 to the center fielder Mascolo. 1 for 3 tonight. A run scored, a walk. Now 1-2. Horton gets the sign. And the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just missed on the outside half. And now the count is 2-2. Close fastball called low and away by Hotalin, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 again from Horton. Fastball line foul. Hard line drive into the parking lot here at historic Hicks Field, the home of not only the Edenton Steamers, the Edenton Aces as well. Earlier this season, Clams wearing specialty uniforms, had the patch of the Aces and the Clams, a handful of jersey fundraisers. When going to the projects going on inside historic Hicks Field, the continued projects. This historic ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Horton gets the sign and the pitch. Curveball struck him out. Struck out on the curveball. Horton gets a strikeout. His 34th of the season. And now there's 2 away here in the top half of the 8th. An excellent backdoor breaking pitch that Mascolo watched all the way. And now Josh Folks coming up. Folks 1 for 4. With a base hit, a run scored, 2 runs scored, in fact. And 2 strikeouts, including 1 in his last at-bat against Costin. And the first pitch is a breaking ball. Another one. This one misses inside. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Horton. Another breaking ball. This one in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Horton, 8.17 ERA for Norfolk State in the spring. This summer, been nearly untouchable, aside from really a handful of outings. The 1-1 a big cut and a miss from Folks. He's allowed 8 earned runs, both of those strung across just 2 games against Tarboro in the 23-14 game earlier in the season, and then the 11-7 game against these Scallywags a week back. And the 1-2 pitch to Falk. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on an excellent breaking pitch from Horton. Back-to-back strikeouts. A part of a 1-2-3 top of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Steamers lead it 10-6. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today.
Hi, my name is Ben Balsis, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Ben. You're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the home of the Clams. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. The second to last home game of the regular season. The Clams will play host to the Greenbrier Knights in the regular season finale tomorrow night. And the first pitch to Luke Myers is swung on and fouled off behind the plate. It's 0-1 before the playoffs start on Monday. Right now, still up in the air with the location for the Game 1 will be, as the 0-1 is swung on, grounded up the middle, diving and into center field. A base hit for Myers as Finkelstein gives the old Olay as it goes into center field. And Luke Myers with his first hit of the game. And he's now 1 for 5. And Jackson Ellison coming up with a runner on. As of now, the Steamers will sit as the 1 seed and will have home field throughout the semifinals and the finals. And as of now, we'll play against the Greenbrier Knights as the number 4 seed. Jackson Ellison due up now for the Steamers. Ellison with a hit, a run scored, an RBI ground out his last time. And the first pitch to him is swung on, lined into right field, a base hit. Myers goes to second. Falks throws it in, and back-to-back base hits from the 1-2 hitters for the Clams here in the 8th against Freeze. Top of the order hasn't done a majority of the damage tonight. Just 3 hits combined and now 10 at-bats. But starting to come to life late, and now Gabe Kirk, who's reached base all 4 times. 3 runs scored, a hit and 3 walks. He's now in with 2 on, and the first pitch to him is a fastball high. It's 1-0. The heart of the order for the Steamers doing damage. Kirk and Chris Morris, 4 hits, 6 runs scored, 6 RBIs. As the 1-0 grounded past Puckett into right field. Myers held up at third, bobbled by Folks. Myers is coming home, and he will score. An error gonna go to Josh Folks, the 3rd consecutive single for the Steamers. Another one across. It's now 11-6, as now Chris Morris to the plate. 3 straight hits from 1, 2, 3 in the Steamers order. Myers, Ellison, and then Kirk with his 2nd hit, his 5th time reaching, and now Chris Morris. 3 hits. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and the first pitch to him, a breaking ball lofted in for a ball. It's 1-0. 3 runs scored, 3 hits, 2 home runs, an RBI single, a walk, for Morris. And the 1-0 popped up foul as it gets behind the plate. Chris Morris having one of the most impressive games in recent memory. Ty Garza had back-to-back games with 3 hits, 4 RBIs, but Chris Morris, 3 hits, 6 RBIs tonight. And the 1-1 is driven in the air to left. Duncan is back. He looks up and he runs out of room. Thrice is always nice. Chris Morris, his 3rd home run of the ballgame. Chris crushed it again. Now 9 RBIs, and the Steamers are pouring it on in the late innings. 4 hits for Chris Morris. 3 of them have left the yard. An incredible single-game performance from the Edenton native, and it's now 14-6 Steamers. Chris Morris, an unmatched game. A breaking ball for Freeze, and Morris, 4 home runs coming into the game. He has 3 tonight by himself, and the first pitch to Abbott is fouled off. Unbelievable. Chris Morris. Unbelievable tonight. No other words, really. 3 home runs. 4 for the Steamers on the game. A quarter of their entire total on the season. Now in 1 game, in the second to last one of the season, as the 0-1 is in there for a strike to Tate Abbott. On Host Family Appreciation Night, the players being honored before the game along with their host families. The awards given out as Abbott swings and grounds the 0-2 to third. Feather gloves it, throws to first in time to retire the Clams' first baseman, and there's 1 out here in the 8th. Awards given out as well. Packed crowd tonight, and Chris Morris putting on a show. And now Ty Johnson coming up. Johnson, his 2nd at-bat. He grounded out his first time. 5 at-bats for Morris. A walk, 4 runs, 4 hits, 9 RBIs. And the first pitch to Johnson is swung on, lined into left field. That'll fall a base hit. Duncan in pursuit. Johnson around first, heading for second. The throw to second from Duncan is not in time. Johnson, the pitch hitter coming in, or not the pitch hitter rather, but the defensive sub in his 2nd at-bat, joining the hit parade. And now Giomar Santana has to tie his shoe and also take off the batting equipment here. 14-6. The Steamers have scored in 4 consecutive innings. 3 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and now 3 in the 8th, with only 1 out and a runner at second base. And the first pitch from Freeze is on the inside corner for a strike. Again, Hayden Freeze, the left fielder to start tonight's game, coming in. And the avalanche of the Steamers' offense just continuing as the 0-1 is high to Santana, who he homered his last time. Part of the 4 home runs. The 1 outside of number 21. And the 1-1 to Santana skips in the dirt. Cherry keeps it in front, and it's 2-1. Santana, his first home run of the season. In his last at-bat, he has 2 hits tonight. And the 2-1. Fastball, check swing, called strike by Hotaling behind the plate. And it's 2-2 to Giomar Santana. Santana, only 1 home run in the spring. Matched that at bat earlier. And the 2-2. Fastball, low. Similar pick and stop from Cherry. Santana played in 28 games, 28 starts for Chowan in the spring. Home run, 8 RBIs. Similar stat line at the plate. Consistent offense for the Clams as the 3-2 popped up foul down the first base side. First player from the Greater Antilles, Lesser Antilles Islands to play for the Steamers since Carlos Pimentel. Pimentel and Francis Ventura in 2017. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Johnson at third on the wild pitch, and fly ball on the infield. Playable for Simmons, who calls off Finkelstein, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th for Ty Garza. Garza 0 for 3 with a walk. One of just 2 players now for the Steamers without a hit in tonight's ball game, along with Tate Abbott. 2 outs. Johnson at third with a double. 3 runs across, and Garza swings, lines one foul down the third base line. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. 14 runs on 15 hits for the Steamers. Maybe want to save some offense for the playoffs starting next week. 14 runs tonight. Back-to-back games now with at least 12 runs for the Steamers offense. Head coach Justin Hill, the team having batting practice today early in the morning for the first time really since the beginning of the season. And it's paying dividends here tonight, especially in the power department. The 1-1 pitch to Garza is high and in. It's 2-1. Guys maybe not have liked it this morning, but I don't know. You put 14 runs across, you might want to keep that momentum going. 10 a.m. batting practice every day. 2 balls, 1 strike to Garza, and the pitch swung on. Bat shatters, a pop-up on the infield. Simmons underneath of it, he makes the catch, and that'll do it as Johnson, the double, stranded over at third. But 3 runs come across. He did it again. Chris Morris, another 3-run home run, and the Steamers extend their lead 14-6. 3 outs away from closing out the Scallywags. The Steamers lead at 14-6 as we head to the 9th. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at FaroGas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Another call to the bullpen for the Clams, or rather a call to the offensive onslaught king here tonight, or really the leader of the Steamers offense, Chris Morris, tonight's designated hitter, the two-way player going to go out and pitch for the Steamers. The 7th pitcher for the Clams, Morris, in his 7th appearance this season. 1 start, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 2-1 with a 5.68 ERA, 8 earned runs allowed, 10 walks, 13 hits, and 9 strikeouts. He's done it at the plate tonight, and he's looking to do it on the mound for the final 3 outs. Puckett, Simmons, and Feather for Chris Morris as the Steamers sacrificing the designated hitter as the first pitch high if this game continues. Morris have to come out of the game if another pitcher were to come in. And the 1-0 pitch to Puckett is fouled off. Morris, last 2 outings, pitched against the Tarboro River Bandits on the road. Pitched an inning in the Steamers' win on Tuesday. Back home for his first home appearance in over a month. That's pitched here against the River Bandits early in June, as Santana going out to talk with Morris. Santana and Morris. Morris also has been the in-between inning backup catcher while Santana has been on the bench. Santana walking back with a smile. Santana has gotten ready. 1 ball, 1 strike to Max Puckett. Max Puckett tonight 0 for 2 with a walk, and he takes the 1-1 fastball inside. Fastball breaking pitch for Morris. Pitt Community College. And the pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. Left side, Myers calling off Garza. Garza gives way, and Myers makes the catch and 1 away in the top half of the 9th. And now John Simmons to the plate. Chris Morris in the spring for Pitt Community College. 8 home runs, 28 RBIs. And the first pitch to Simmons swung on line, foul and out of play. On the mound in the spring, 8 appearances, 14 innings pitched, 3-1 with a 6.43 ERA, 17 strikeouts. Two-way player. He's looking in the transfer portal, has some schools on the table. Been talking to multiple schools so far. West Virginia State, one of them as well. And the 0-1 pitch to Simmons is a fastball outside. It's 1-1. Wouldn't that be something? West Virginia State Yellow Jackets. For speculation, but keeping that pipeline going here to Edenton as the 1-1 pitch skied in the infield. Out to the outfield as Ellison comes in, makes the catch. No hat lost in the process this time as Ellison comes in and makes the catch, and the Scallywags are down to their final out tonight. The Steamers were down 6-2 heading into the bottom of the 5th, and they have scored 12 unanswered runs over the course of the last 4 innings. And now Chris Morris, an out away from completing his masterpiece, and the first pitch to Feather is a breaking ball in there for a strike. At the plate, 3 home runs for Morris. And here on the mound, looking to finish it off as the 0-1, another breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-2 to Aiden Feather. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Morris gets the sign from Santana, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. The Picasso finishes off his masterpiece. Chris Morris shuts the door in the 9th after getting 4 hits, a walk, 3 home runs, and 9 RBIs by himself in the Steamers' come-from-behind win, 14-6, their 7th win of the season against the Scallywags. They've won 2 straight games against Outer Banks and head to the final game of the regular season, 27-11. Your fantastic player of the game is none other than number 21, the Edenton native himself, Chris Morris. As mentioned, 3 home runs by himself, 9 RBIs. He pitched an inning at the end to get the save to lock up the Steamers' 27th win of the season. The Scallywags move to 15-14-1. Outer Banks will go on the road to play Tarboro to finish off the regular season tomorrow night. The Steamers will be back here at home for the final game of the regular season tomorrow night. That'll be right here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Thank you for watching another edition of Edenton Steamers Baseball. I'm Jacob Smedley saying so long, and thank you for watching.